if you see me keep looking over my shoulder, I gotta watch my back. Oh, she egged me. Oh, shit all over my rip out with the jersey. Go get me a towel. Y'all didn't know. Y'all.
You fucking owners have handled Judge, gentlemen, retired? Come on! He should have been fired before the fucking season! Joe Judge, quarterback sneak on not one, but 2 times from the fucking 5-yard line!
And we're talking echelon, it's going to be Yankees first, Giants second, Jets third, Mets last.
No!
Wait a minute. It's
Yankees
first. It's Yankees first.
Okay.
Giants second.
Okay.
Knicks third.
No!
Jets fourth. Mets fifth. Oh, wait a minute. The Nets spit their mouth when they found out he was leaving. Maybe it was girl number 25 that didn't mind doing it.
I'll just put it this way. It's way bigger than Nino Brown, a.k.a. Deshaun Watson. This is way bigger than him.
Yeah, that's exactly what this is.
That's why he got off, because it's bigger than him and there's bigger people implicated in this.
I think it's going to come to maybe 5 years down the line, and then Cleveland going to crumble.
Hey, welcome to our Friday show. This is your host, Mo Young, kicking it to you live for our sports show. And I got something important to announce. Doc has to the show for the first time, I think, ever. Doc is on time, and the hater is late.
Nah. I'm not late because look who's green and black.
Yeah. Doc today.
Nah.
Yeah, Doc beat you today. He beat you.
Y'all
That's 149 to go.
Y'all thought.
Hey, I did not know. I looked down and said, Doc beat Jay in the green room.
Thought.
To let her start the show before Jay got it.
Thought.
But man, it's gonna be a slow sports cycle because the NFL is gone. But they had All-Star Saturday night and the All-Star game that was probably the worst basketball game I've ever seen. We're gonna start there. Get the shit out the way.
Well, let's roll with it. Let's get it out the way. Let's
Look,
first of all, let me share my thoughts on. I'm sorry, what's that?
I was gonna say first we're gonna start with All-Star Saturday night, but go ahead and get your thoughts out.
Nah, let's get Saturday out the way then. Saturday, it kind of went according to plan, at least on my end. Because when we made our picks, I picked the Utah team, I picked Dame, and I was rolling with Trey, TM3 for the dunk contest, and he made it to the finals, and I could tip my hat off for that. But as far as Mac McClung, that dude won it. I ain't gonna take nothing from him. I got mixed feelings about him winning. I really do. Like, I get it that he was on the team. He was signed. He is signed to the Sixers. It was a 10-day contract, and he went out there and participated and represented that team. Now, I'm not in love with the idea that he didn't play real minutes this season, and he won this contest that's for a weekend for guys who play. You know, that's just me being biased and me being salty. I just, just call a spade a spade. And Sunday was abysmal because how I get Giannis being hurt, and Giannis he started. But how you have an all-star game where your captains are not present? These are your lead voters. This is who everybody wanted to see. Now, Brian, okay, yeah. Brian gonna show out, and Brian's been there 19 times. I'm tired of LeBron. I really am. Tired of him
He got hurt.
holding the All-Star game hostage.
He got hurt in the damn All-Star
game. I'm done with LeBron being a team captain. I don't mind him being there. Like, for sure, be there. But I'm tired of him putting the teams together. I'm tired of, there's a narrative of he's tampering. I'm done with that. Like, I applaud how this format is, but it's not going to go anywhere. We're going to keep seeing these same two people being team captains year after year after year.
This way, most fans. He's going to always be definitely. It go back to either I saw another one, either East versus West or U.S. versus the world. That's the only thing. That's the only two ways you can go for this All-Star game. Because team captainship. I would say that it was U.S. to the world, or you go East versus West. That's the only way.
You saying the U.S. versus the world, but look at what's going on right now. A lot of these issues come with guys taking time off or guys getting hurt. I don't know what's in the water. I don't know what the training regimen is. And I'm not even sure if I want to blame COVID anymore. But dudes, they're not built like they were, in the early 2000s, in the late 90s. Like, my God, it's like anything to set these guys off now. Anything. Hey, you know what?
Practice. Problem. We used to do 2 or 3 a day. They don't practice. Your body's not used to all that work. So if you're just sitting on your ass doing practice and then you go into the real game, you're going to get hurt. How much they don't practice? They don't practice. That's the big thing. They don't practice. They don't do this. They don't. That's why they're getting like that. They sitting people down for muscle soreness. You get that when you work out.
That's what I'm saying.
Come on, man.
This is a league of pussies now. I hate to say it like that, but it is. You get more stars sitting out than that I've ever seen. Back in the day, if you had a sore leg, you put some tape on that bitch, some Bengay, and you played. You had Michael Jordan. I hate to bring him up, but you had Michael Jordan playing with 104 fever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? With the flu. Bryant? Kobe. I seen a thing. Kobe dislocated his finger. Went over to the sidelines. They popped it back into place. He finished the game. Kobe and played the next game and the next game after that.
Yeah, he shot free throw with a torn Achilles. So Kobe on the level. You can't barely stand with a torn Achilles. He shot and then walked off the court. So the All-Star game was no way a team should score. It was like 180 points. That's 182. That's ridiculous. That's fucking utterly fucking ridiculous. I picked honestly team. Okay. I'm tired of LeBron, but that's utterly fucking ridiculous.
I gave it a chance.
I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem with them, showcasing in the first 3 quarters, and that's what the issues came in at.
You got to play defense, man. Come on. You got some old All-Star games.
Okay,
But they
that's cool and all.
played.
That's cool and all, but these dudes, you put on a showcase like that so you can see their offensive prowess. Like you can see the game being either the fun side of the game. Like I'm cool with the showcasing in the first 3 quarters, which is what prompted them to change this format in the first place. So if you have a target score, they'd be like, oh, we got to get to this point. They're like, oh, now it matters. Kind of like how you do 21. Like, you and your boys out there, you might let your boys slide with the first 15. Then you be like, damn, man, this dude sink couple of more shots, man, the game gonna be over. I'm not ready for this game to be over. Then that's where it incorporated that target score. So I'm cool with you, Showcase, because sometimes these guys are franchise guys. Like that's just the bottom line of it.
Nah,
hey, man, look, I don't want you getting hurt. Okay, cool. Go out there, show off. Don't hard foul. Don't do this. Don't do that in the third. But hey, now the money's on the line because the winning team gets the most money going to the charity. And then now your reputation is on the line. Like say, bro, people already think we don't play defense. Well, now you tighten up because look how the game ended. The game ended with Team LeBron kind of getting blown out. They was down like by 20 or whatever. It's just like, say, bro, it's easy. Only thing y'all have to do is just get these 6 points. Get these 6 points, go home. And then all of a sudden, they up there trying to end the game right then and there with these 3 balls. And hey, now Team LeBron, without LeBron, hey, man, LeBron won 5. He won all these since they changed the format. Like, let's not go out like this.
Well,
and then all of a sudden,
back versus West. That's when it was the best. It wasn't really much of stop this shit. The games would be like 10. But I'm just saying, at least the West. We mixing their ass up. We getting people playing with their buddies. I'm not trying to hurt my buddy. You got teammates. So I'm not going to hurt my mate. It's like, it's stupid. Get rid of it. You need to go back to what it was. Best All-Star game I think it was when they played in Washington. That was the best All-Star game. They had the most highlights, and they played defense. Jordan last game in Washington, 2003.
Jordan last
was
game.
The best All-Star game I've ever seen.
When Vince gave up his spot for MJ. And, hats off to that dude for doing that.
Go look at that All-Star game and how it ended. Kobe gave a big Jordan. He like, they thought he was just going to run up the clock and let Jordan win. Kobe Bryant did that, got fouled on the 3-pointer and sank all 3 shots in one day. It was one of the best games I've ever seen. And they were doing, they had highlights. They had highlights where people were all off the rim. Iverson did his famous, he threw it off and he laid it up like that. They had tricks. It was not just, you got to play fucking defense, man.
Here we are, right.
Listen, I gave it a chance. Like I wasn't going to watch it. I gave it a chance. And when the first thing that turned me off was the whole them picking the players. You know what I'm saying? That they basically had a draft. And I was just like,
right, man.
No, back in the day, it was the East versus the West. And then I watched it and it wasn't that long because when I started seeing the people standing around and not playing defense and just letting somebody go one-on-one, I was done. I was like, there's no way that I'm going to sit here and waste my time watching this game. And I didn't.
I thought it would have been better because they didn't pick until the game started, until just before the game started. As before, the earlier format, they already knew who their teams was going to be. So they had time to be like, you know what? We're going to run this offense. This is how we're going to do it. You got your time to get whatever dunk or whatever.
Last time I checked, it was last time I checked, we had to practice and run plays. They're trying to go street ball, and them two are 2 different games. Like, I would not have that one. I would not want to see them in an organized game. That's why I'm organized. When they took the street element out of and one, now you try to put the street element into NBA and nothing to do on the concrete. Played on the concrete. It's a different game. So it's like you're just standing around. People actually try to play defense in and one. Like real talk. So at least you get somebody getting crossed. You feel me? Like trying to play defense. Like once somebody get blown by, they just stand around looking. And there's one pitcher. It's 10 people on the court, right? 8 of them stand side by 2 go one-on-one.
Yeah, I'm not.
That's all I need to see.
Well, I mean, like I said,
just have a one-on-one tournament. That could work too for the All-Star game. Just have a one-on-one tournament. And just like that.
Honestly, they need to stop wasting their time if they're going to keep running it like this. To me, that was a horrible game.
It's horrible.
Well, I mean, they trying something new and it's not working. It's like with your boy, Jericho Sims. So Jericho Sims, he had a dunk. Nobody knew what was going on. He just had this prop going on. He tried it. It didn't work. And the NBA with this format, 5 years in, well, going 6 years in with this, and to me, it was cool to me at first. I was like, okay, cool. Y'all gonna mix it up, makes it look different. But now, I don't like. I don't like the LeBron being there every year because it takes away what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be, hey, look, you pick first, and this guy picks a person, you pick a person, you pick a person, and it's supposed to pick up some kind of way. But every time that we get here, it's LeBron and he's tampering. Like the year before AD left, guess who's on that team? Guess who's on Team LeBron? AD. And then the year after, now they're on the Lakers. Then you had, I think KD was a captain on one of these years. And you catch footage of him talking to Kyrie. What happens the following season? Him and Kyrie, buddy. And now, yet this season, yet again, with another narrative, LeBron, he's going to pick his boy, Kyrie, because Kyrie didn't come to the Lakers in the trade. Now we talking because Kyrie's a free agent. What he's going to do in the offseason. Like, it's taking everything away from the event itself, from the event that's supposed to be the event.
The event itself is trash, though, Eric. Let's be real. The event itself was trash. It was in a trash city. I'm already shit on the city, but it's not a motherfucking all-star city.
Like, you know what? You know what? I'm with you on that. Like, nobody wants to see Utah. Nobody wants to see a Utah anything. You had a terrible legend in there because nobody in the right mind, except for people in Utah, loving Karl Malone.
He robbed Trey Murphy on one of those dunks. At least
I'm glad somebody else said it. I'm not biased. It's not me. I'm not crazy.
Contest. I don't want to look. The women can come with me. I want to smoke. Women should not judge slam dunk contests because you've never done it before. I am sorry. You did your little dunk there, but you never been in a real contest before. I am sorry. Or maybe Parker, Candace Parker, because she won one. If you never won a slam dunk contest, no, she don't know what the fuck she was looking at. I didn't know Lisa Leslie was worse than Karl Malone. I didn't know what the fuck she was looking at. I'm like,
I don't like how they changed the scoring. Like, I think they changed the scoring system based on what the city or whoever the host town is or whatever. Because,
but it was like I like the scoring system because we had this point, whatever. Aaron Gordon won 2 slam dunk contests.
Well, if we'd had this point, that one definitely came down to the last dunk. The ones with Aaron Gordon always came down to the last dunk.
You know what I'm saying? Like when he did under the legs, it was
when he yes.
So Yeah, I like the point, whatever, because sometimes you might have
I don't like that.
10.1, a
I don't like that
10.2.
at all.
You might have it something that's like so great that it needs to be different. That old school slam dunk contest used to be what it used to be. So,
Listen,
not the 50.
I think they changed the All-Star game to please LeBron James. In my opinion, I think that's what they did. And honestly,
if we talking about the game,
everything, the whole weekend, whole weekend.
LeBron has only participated in that game itself. He never participated in any of the skills. He never participated in a Friday or a Saturday event in his entire 20-year career.
Challenge 1 year. I think he did the skills challenge 1 year, I believe. I know it was a star-studded.
I think he did.
I've never seen him participate in the other.
I think it was a star-studded one when he was like around his rookie year. He did the skills challenge when he wanted to do the dunk contest. He was good enough to do
on that one.
I think he participated in. Did he do the? He didn't do the rookie sophomore challenge, did he? I don't think he did that.
No, he set that out. I gotta do my research. I'm gonna look at that later. But I will go on record with this. Anytime there's been a face of the league, any face of the face, like when you say NBA, you think of this guy's name. They've always participated in not only the event, but they won something else. LeBron has never.
Yeah, LeBron James was in the 2006 skills challenge. He was the runner. He was in the 2000 skills challenge.
See how easy forgotten that is? See, but if you go back, Kobe won a dunk contest before. He's participated, won it, and he's been in an All-Star. You won't go further back. You won't go MJ. MJ got a dunk contest. He won 2 of them and got All-Star MVPs and played. You won't go back. You won't go Bird. You won't go Magic. These guys did stuff that you'll remember in this being a face of the league, because you have the responsibility. Say, bro, if you want to say it's your league, then guess what, brother? Show us it's your league. Do something. Obviously, you got the other accolades, bro, but this is where you're showcasing it out to the fans.
I was like, okay,
that's coming after us. What am I gonna get my son excited about? What am I gonna be like? Oh, well, get excited because I got excited about it? No. I want you to be like, he is nice.
Because LeBron he's a better in-game dunker than he is a flashy dunker like these other guys are.
No, but I saw him do a dunk that would have got him a 50 in the damn dunk contest in the game warm-up. I mean, he does great pre-game warm-up dunks. He can get in there. He just got 50.
Listen, to me, the reason why LeBron didn't go for the dunk contest ever in his life while playing in the league is because he can't take the pressure. When you got to do something for points, he cannot take the pressure. He passes the ball off in games when he should be taking shots. He cannot take the pressure. You know what I'm saying? Yes. Did he pass Kareem? Whip-de-fucking-do. But for people to make him the face, listen, the best thing that I saw of the All-Star game was when Giannis punched his shit when he tried to fucking go up on Giannis. Giannis plays more like somebody that's going to end up being the face of the NBA than LeBron does. The guy plays hard all the time.
Giannis got that Mamba mentality. And I didn't recognize it until a recent time. When, and I said this last week, I'm going to keep quoting this. When Kobe retired, he laid out a bunch of challenges for, these up and coming faces. He's like, hey, what can I do? Hey, you could get 20 more points. You can average 15 more points. What can I do? You can play defense. I can see you getting, defensive player of the year. And he left Giannis blank for a minute. Giannis asked him, it's like, say, you guys taking everybody else. What about me? So Kobe sat there, thought about it, told him he could get MVP. Not only did he get one, he got 2. And he worked on his game. Like, if you go back and track Giannis' record you can see how polished he becomes every year. Like every year, you be like, "Ooh, he worked on this," and you could tell. Like it's obvious that he's been out there working, and it doesn't get any bigger than him going to the biggest stage in a small market. Went to the biggest stage, slayed a dragon. Like I don't care what y'all call Phoenix right now, but when they play Phoenix, everybody is like, "Say, man, it's Chris Paul time. It's his time. He gonna find a way to overcome." You know what Giannis said? Say, bro, screw all that. I'm here. I'm eating now. I'm the big dog. I don't care how long this dude been in the league. I don't care. I want these MVPs. I want to stack up my mantle with this hardware. I got the Finals MVP. If you want to win it, you gotta go through me. And what happened? Lights got bright. Dude shrunk up. CP shrunk up. Giannis came out here and said, "Guess what? Why it can't be my league? Why everybody got to disrespect me like I ain't the best in the position I'm playing? Everybody want to say somebody else's name. When you mention it, put some respect on my name. When you mention this position, put some respect on my name." That's what Giannis been doing.
He
Yeah,
shuts
you know
people up.
it's yeah, and I'm like, well, Giannis is built different, man. Like he came in the European, and he had on his shoulder and got big, like seemed like overnight. He just was in the gym, got big, became dominant. He's Shaq type dominant. It's
Yep.
Shaq type.
Yeah.
Like,
That's the
I'm
energy
biggest,
he gives me on defense. He gives me that energy on defense that he could be Shaq dominant when he wants to be. And he plays both sides of the ball. He just don't score. He plays defense, and that's what's going to be the difference of Giannis.
and I tell
He's
people, go ahead. I'm just saying, like people, I said, well, Giannis, as when people talk about Shaq couldn't play in today's game, like you see it in Giannis. He's basically like the ball. I'm gonna dunk it. Some easy points. So about beats 4 points in you.
Shaq would dominate in this league.
Like if I get 2 points, if I go down there and I score 2 possessions, that's 4 points. If you hit 1 3, that's 4 to 3. Houston, like this game time, Houston missed 21 threes in a row. And I keep making 2s. I am blowing you out right now. That's why I tell you, 3-pointers, yes. But if you're trying to win, you just shooting 3s will not help you. Get the easy 2 sometimes. And that's what you have to see. 3s right now. Too much.
If we talking about threes, now I'm not trying to dump on dude, but we could. I'm not even saying blame, but you can thank Steph for that because he makes it look so effortless. Like the dude pulls up from the park, literally from the parking lot, and it's like water, it's just splash. Like he just puts.
But Steph has to do that though.
The ball doesn't touch any part of the rim. It goes up and it's in.
Steph had to do because Steph is average in weight. He's average. He's average. He's not even average in NBA. I'm talking about average person.
But if you think about it, most of his 3-pointers come off of a pick.
Yeah,
if somebody was on him, D'ing him up, I don't think Steph will be making those shots.
I've seen
Steph. We've seen this before. We've seen that before.
If somebody's D'ing him the right way, he ain't making those shots.
Sometimes it don't matter.
We've seen this before.
Sometimes it don't matter.
We've seen this. And we seen this in the final series with Cleveland. And I mean, it wasn't like he's this ultimate defender, but Dellavedova was all in Steph mix. Like I promise you, the dude was pretty much wearing Steph's jersey, and Steph was still wearing this man out. And to a point, it was
Dellavedova is another
and
guy
Bron
who's his
switching.
height. Now, if Jay, you saying somebody like 7', 6'8", yeah, he's not making as many shots as somebody like 7, 6, 8, because it's physics. Because he got more time to block the shot, but he had to shoot threes.
Wingspan.
The slash came in, so he had to shoot threes because he's not getting in the hole. Like, even though he can, but if being a professional shooter, so he did it. Most people like, okay, 3. You're probably gonna miss it. That's how it was back then. So he kept hitting threes. So the flash people don't realize that first couple of years, Steph was about to be traded. It came down to him and Monta Ellis. Who gonna stay between and Steph Warren? But Steph was about to be traded. And so I tell people, yes, once Steph and Clay got together, you have 2 men shooting threes, bananas. Not everybody trying to shoot threes, and that's not basketball.
Basketball is you came down, you set your offense up, and you at least passed the ball 3 to 4 times before you even thought about going into the main part of your offense. Now it's come down the court, whoever's open and the 3-point line, I'm going to pass it to them and let them shoot it.
When I
It's
say
really, like I said, it's a boring game.
Yeah, so and then when I say Steph is average, I'm not saying his skills are average. I'm saying his stature is a fucking average man. Like, you saw Steph walking up the street, you'll be like, oh, okay. You wouldn't be in awe if you didn't know who he was. Like, he's an average fucking man. Like, so he had to be great at one thing. He's great out the park at shooting. You can give him ball handling if you want, but sometimes Steph gets sloppy with the ball handling. He get ripped a lot. A lot of people don't. He's on Kyrie level of ball handling. Like, he's not.
Nah, because I wanted to say something about that earlier. Like, you had the last MJ All-Star game is the best, and the one that I have in recent memory was from Friday to Sunday, was that All-Star where Kyrie was on the freshman sophomore team, whatever team it was.
Yeah.
And he crossed up Joe Knight. And I mean, the dude literally was
Brandon Knight.
off.
Yeah, I know. It's fucking Brandon Knight.
Yeah,
always kept getting fucked over for the Pistons. I know.
Boy,
he the one got dunked on by DeAndre Jordan. Trust me, I know.
Boy, yeah,
I received all the moves.
That too. Yeah, you had to be a long season for you.
Well, that was the beginning and the end when we picked Brandon Knight. Yeah, that was the beginning and the fucking end.
Yeah, yep. I haven't heard of that dude since.
He came back to the Pistons.
When he came back, I still haven't seen this dude since. But that's the one in recent memory that I can remember. And before that one, this is why I have the problem with LeBron at. This is why I have the problem with LeBron. When the All-Star game was in Dallas, I'll never forget it. I remember for as long as LeBron played in the league, as long as he still playing, I'm going to hold this against him. This dude sat here. He was on somebody's show. He said it in the All-Star game beforehand. He said it in shows. He's like, I promise, I'm getting the slam dunk contest. I'm up there. I said, say, bro, I got to call off work. Like, if I go to work, I can't be here at 7 o'clock because I got to be at work. I got to be somewhere. This is must-see TV. I'm up there waiting. So LeBron not playing, right? LeBron not playing. He not dunking. Who was in his place? I don't even remember who were the participants. I just remember being so upset. Like, this is back when, before DVR and all that, I used to record these Jones. I used to be up there watching it, and I'd be like, say, bro, Y'all want to sit here, come back on Monday? I'm gonna be at TV watching this event all over again. That's how serious it was for me. And I'm a bit disappointed because LeBron sat there and promised he was in the All-Star game, saying I'm gonna be in it.
You
He
talking
was
about
on
the
these TV
2010
shows. He was
All-Star game?
on these post game, on these post shows on TNT. Hey, I'm gonna be there. Wasn't there, ever there.
You talking about the 2010 All-Star game when he said, I'm gonna be in the 2010 the slam dunk contest. I promise you.
Dude promised. Dude took a tour and everything. The dude was going, I'm telling you, so disappointing. I'm turning on BET. LeBron up there talking about, yeah, bro, hey, I'll be there. Bro, so disappointing.
So Nate Robinson won that slam dunk contest. So it'd have been Nate Robinson versus LeBron James.
Nate Robinson would have did him.
It was Nate Robinson, DeMar DeRozan, Shannon Brown. When everybody thought Shannon Brown was going to win that tournament.
Wow. And you know what? Those guys, they could put on the show. Every last one of them.
But
every last one of them.
LeBron could have easily made it to the finals in this fucking dunk contest.
I ain't going to say easy.
Yeah, I'm not going to say easy either.
I'm going to put it this way.
I won't say easy.
I'm going to put it this way. Shannon Brown choked in that dunk contest. I remember that because he kept missing dunk. Gerald Wallace was bad, and they robbed DeMar DeRozan. DeMar DeRozan won that fucking slam dunk contest. I don't give a fuck about that. They gave it because they were small.
Could take off. Man.
DeMar DeRozan won that slam dunk contest.
Hey, but see, and that's the thing. That's probably won it from is his stature. Because small guys getting up that high, and if they can maneuver the ball and then it goes in clean, the dunk just looks visually appeasing. You know, it looks great for visual, for the eye test. You like, man, that was a dunk. But if you sit there and you watch it, like you watch a slam dunk in its entirety, you gotta be like, see, bro, why this dude didn't win it? Because this dunk was a lot better than this small guy getting up there and doing something with the ball.
Let me tell you.
And that's
what could have beat. I think LeBron could have beat these scores. This is Shannon Brown's scores: 37 and a 41. Gerald Wallace had a 38 and a 40. The only person to get a 50 in that round was DeMar DeRozan. He had a 42 and a 50. And Nate Robinson had a 44 and a 45. And in the final round, they gave it to Nate 51% to 49%. So I think he could have won that when he got in the contest. He could have won it just because he's LeBron. LeBron, they thought between the legs and dunked it. Everybody would have went crazy because it's LeBron. They'd have gave it to him.
He probably would have done his signature one. You know his little signature dunk. He probably would have got his signature dunk in and be like, you know what? Hey, it's all you, LeBron, because you did it.
They gave it to him. Bitch, that's what he did.
Based on his name alone.
And that's why Ja Morant is glitching out the contest now. I would have loved to see Ja Morant in a dunk contest.
Well,
somebody having a great time over there, huh, Eric?
You here, huh?
Eric.
Y'all here, huh?
Yeah,
y'all here, huh? I'm gonna let her know right now.
Jay, how you on the? Jay, how the hell? Jay is fucking commenting from fucking YouTube.
Yo.
Yeah, we gotta get comments up, right?
Not only are you a fan, right?
I love it.
Not only are you a host, you're a fan too.
But
I'm telling you.
I'm just saying LeBron could have won that contest in 2010. He could have. It's not going against, DeMar DeRozan was a problem, but he could have hung with that group. It's not like he had like the 2000 slam dunk contest. We had 3 legit dudes in there. I don't know. They just need to change the All. It's going the way of the Pro Bowl.
Yes.
Yes. The Pro Bowl. We need to change the Pro Bowl format. We kept saying that. Now they changed it. Now it's laughable. Pro Bowl is laughable now.
Listen, honestly, it's not even worthwhile watching either the All-Star game or the Pro Bowl anymore.
No.
It's a waste of time.
Well, here's the thing. Now, if we switch gears just a little bit, now the Pro Bowl, I get the Pro Bowl changing its format up because you have to do something to kind of take place of guys not wanting to participate. Because look at who was there. So you couldn't have Patrick Mahomes because he was in the Super Bowl. You couldn't have Josh Allen because he bowed out. You couldn't have Lamar Jackson because he was hurt. You couldn't have Justin Herbert because he bowed out. So you left with basically 10 other guys, and it was like, you know what, Huntley, you was in the playoffs. You want to come? Hell yeah, I'm gonna get my name out here. Because guess what? Where else can I start at? Like, who's gonna give me a chance to start, or who's gonna give me a chance to showcase my talents like this on this kind of stage? Like, I just named a whole bunch of studs that people wanted to see and didn't see for reasons of them being hurt or them bowing out. So now you got to do something that says, you know what, since these guys don't care about it, what can we do to get people to care? Because obviously we're trying to promote the product and the fun part of the product where it's not such high pressure. But like, hey, kind of like with the Dak situation, hey, Dak, now you got all the pieces, but the pressure's on you to win a Super Bowl. Can you win a Super Bowl? Can you win you won a playoff game, but now can you go further? Not quite. And then people lose interest. Hey, if it's not, I'm not saying that, we all care about Dallas, because I personally do not care about the Dallas Cowboys. I'm tired of them holding my all seasons hostage because everything they do is worth being brought up in the media. Well, Stephen Jones talked to his daddy today. Did you have to break news from what I was watching? I was actually watching something I was enjoying. And all of a sudden, Dallas Cowboys. Anyway, but you got to do something that gets people saying, you know what? It might not be a name, but, if this guy has a chance, okay, maybe you might want to give this guy a chance.
Listen, this is how this society has changed. Back in the day, it was an honor to be in the Pro Bowl or the All-Star game. Now they just don't care. You know what I'm saying? So listen, you choose a guy, you got to let them know you coming or not. And if you're not coming, then yeah, you're on the All-Star team. You're honorable mention now. Now I'll bring the next guy in, the next great quarterback or the next great point guard or whoever in. Are you going to play? Yeah? Okay, then you're on the team. But all it is, this people they make it not enjoyable to watch. Like, I'm sorry, I don't want to watch flag football. You know what I'm saying? If I wanted flag football, I get a bunch of dudes together and go run outside in the field.
Well,
you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to watch that.
Football. I understand. For football, it's different than
basketball. Because the fucking players today, they get hurt stubbing their toe. Back in the day, people cared.
I get you, but football is different. You cannot play half-assed in football. So you can't be like, well, play for real, but don't get hurt. Because
if they in the old game, they might have not tackled like you were in the playoffs, but they still played. They were still blocking. There were still running backs running.
I understand why they changed that. The whole player safety issue and all that stuff that went with it.
Yeah.
Back in those days, there was no CP. Back in those days. That is a violence.
They'll never get my Nielsen rating.
I'm just saying, I get why they changed it. Flag football, but fucking basketball is hardly a combo. Like, you can play basketball and you could be fine, man. Like, the risk of not getting hurt is less in basketball.
Let me pose this question. Let me pose this question though. So when you go to the Hall of Fame, you got these memorable moments. You have numbers that kind of backs up your game and all the talk that goes along with it. Like, oh, this guy's the talk of the town. Do any of you believe that an all-star game, an exhibition game, would affect your legacy status?
No.
And your place or when you could possibly go into the Hall of Fame?
No. Shouldn't. Like the game, no. It shouldn't affect it. Like if I'm a beast, I'm a beast whether I play the All-Star game or not. I'm a beast. That's like if you saying Lawrence Taylor never played in the fucking Pro Bowl. Well, Lawrence Taylor for the Hall of Fame. It's like not really important, but yeah, I believe that's why the Pro Bowl changed. When Sean Taylor came in there and cracked that damn, that was the end.
The dude cracked the kicker.
Yeah, he whacked the shit out there.
Oh, well, he should have moved out the way.
The damn Pro Bowl, that's when he stopped. He got hurt. I think they hit his elbow or something. That's when it stopped. That's did stop. And man, we all held like, oh fuck, that bull fuck. That's what we were saying. We ain't back. He didn't. We thought he was hurt worse than he was. So you don't want your players to get hurt in the Pro Bowl because football is a contact sport. That's like we saying we're gonna have an exhibition boxing match where nobody gonna throw a punch. It's like you either could go you can either do all or nothing. So that's why I'm with the football. At least I know it's I won't watch it, but in basketball,
I mean,
you can play basketball hard and not get hurt. You can play. You can at least
I was down for.
You know what I'm saying? You can put a hand up in the All-Star game. You put your hand up in somebody's face. Do the open jumper, man. Come on, that's inexcusable.
I'm all for these sports trying new formats because they're trying to get rid of the fact of, hey, you know what? I don't want my key guys getting hurt in this meaningless game. But I think that's where you see your next stars. I think your next stars, or your stars of tomorrow, kind of come out and play. Because, for instance, I'm gonna go with an all-star. I'm gonna go with Paul George. Paul George, when he first came in wearing 24, he participated in the dunk contest. And this is me personally. I wasn't watching college like that, and I was like, okay, I don't really know his game like that. I knew his team was winning. And then when he came out and on that weekend and participated, I'm like, this dude got a spark in him. Like, oh, this dude take it off. Like, the dunk that kind of comes to mind when I think about him being in that competition, like he did something with his jersey. Like he had like this neon, like he did something where he turned off the lights in the stadium and his jersey was lit up, and he made it like he made it a runway to him dunking the ball. I'm like, say, bro, that was creative as hell. Like, I'm like, okay, now if you could think like that, I can only imagine what your basketball IQ is like. And then it just so happened, like, you know what? Well,
he's been tragic ever since.
He has. I mean, it's because now he has become the guy. And before we got to that point, he was on a team that was winning. And you're like, oh man, this dude is on a team that's winning. Man, I can only imagine him being the guy. Then he became the guy, and in some situations, some guys can't handle that. That's what oh man, I'm trying to think. T-Mac, he came out and was like, hey, it ain't the team, it's T-Mac. And he was like, say, bro, I want to be paid like the guy. Then he got to the point where he had somebody else, but that dude wasn't available, so it became on him. And he's like, you know what? I don't like that. I don't like it. I mean, he was still my player. He was the guy that I was watching at the time. I enjoyed watching his game more than everybody else.
Tragic. The thing is, T-Mac came up. It just his other teammates. He had no help.
In those down years in Orlando, in those years in Orlando, it became, bro, are we ever going to get past the first round? Because I used to be an Orlando Magic fan. I'm up here watching him like, say, bro, there's no excuse. The East.
I remember the Detroit series. I thought we was out of it.
I'm like, say, bro, ain't no way. Come on now.
You know,
I know it's Detroit, but say, bro, it's your time, bro.
Detroit,
Take on like Jordan.
remember
Even
that.
Jordan got past the Pistons
2-0.
at one point. Even Jordan got past the Pistons, bro. Everybody gets past the Pistons, bro. Like, if you won't be the face, if you won't be the guy and the guy that we're looking at, get past the Pistons. I'm tired of being here every year, year after year, sitting here. Damn, we lost to the Pistons.
We just got Ben Wallace in them. So I'm like, oh, shit. We about to get sent home.
Bro, like,
I think we could T-Mac. Then we thought about T-Mac. Even though T-Mac still scored like 30 to 40 points.
That's what I'm saying. He's still up in here dropping points, but at the same time, Orlando could never get past the first round. I used to get barred for it so hard. Pause. Sorry. Wait.
It was just
Freeman.
Yeah. It was just that difference between Paul George and T-Mac. T-Mac showed up. Paul George had so many times that he didn't show up. Panda P, Tracy P. We gave him the names that were so bad. You know, Paul George is territory now. Great. He's a great number 2 man. He'll be a great Scottie Pippen. He'll be a good. He'll be a great Robin.
Well,
but he'll never be Batman.
You need a Batman. He needs a Batman.
But his Batman is crippled. He don't never come. He never works. Kawhi Leonard never plays. That's his Batman.
Someone dropped a graphic that there's so many other players and players that we've heard of that came and went that all got better numbers than Kawhi. But Kawhi is an all-star. But that's what I'm saying. Like, he doesn't play, but he's a guy. Like, I'm trying to figure this out. Like, to me, it's kind of the reverse of Brady and Belichick. Like, yes, Belichick won, but has he won without Brady? But now I'm looking at Kawhi. Yeah, Kawhi won, but he did it with Pop. So, like,
he won one without Pop.
You know,
he won one without Pop.
One, but
if he'd have stayed there, he would have won multiple. But his ass wanted to go. He'd have stayed there. That Raptors team could have won another one because they played defense.
He wanted to be the top dude. That's what it was.
They played defense,
dude in Canada.
But he was. Dude had a whole country to himself.
Oh yeah, when he was with Toronto, yeah.
But he was that one shot. That shot would have rimmed out.
The taxes in Canada are outrageous.
Yeah,
that's why nobody wants to play in Canada. They take a lot of your money.
He sent and that was the point. He sent Durant, Steph, Clay, Embiid, and Giannis.
All the people. Line them up
all time.
Line them up, knock them down.
And went to play, and it was a dud. It's been a dud ever since because I think his best bet was to win a championship was in Toronto. Another championship was in Toronto. That team, you know, is going to have a whole bunch of hungry dudes who play defense with Kawhi. And now you're in, and this time we can switch off the All-Star. LA got and people are thinking Westbrook is going to be, you know, back to the old Westbrook. We want to see whether he won or is split with LeBron. We about to find out a lot because if he comes out balling, that means LeBron James is the black hole of all. I want to hear you.
Yes,
he was balling coming off the bench already.
Yeah, I'm saying if he come out,
he was balling. There was times that I would see that he was the high scorer of the game coming off the bench.
I'm just saying he comes out and he's getting triple doubles every game. Then we know Then we know it wasn't Russ.
That
We
Le GM, that Le GM title that we keep giving LeBron, that's got to go. Y'all got to get rid of that.
And Jordan
understand.
They post that picking talent. Michael Jordan sucked as a GM. Charlotte has won shit as a Hornets. And when it was the Wizards, they didn't win shit. And LeBron have his hands in. They get you one championship. Get you one all part quickly.
It's the whole soul stone again. You trade a soul for a soul. And that's what the Lakers did. The Lakers said, okay,
Miami, it fell apart after those 2 championships. And then Miami was for a few years, multiple years. He went back to Cleveland, won them 1 championship, got that miracle championship. And then Cleveland, when he left with young boys.
Now, hold on, let me rewind you back.
Trash.
Now you made good points, but hold on. Let's I come to find out. This is just me now. I come to find we got to stop talking trash about that championship that he got in Cleveland. That team was stacked.
It's a miraculous. It's a miraculous one. I said it's a miraculous. Down through Hercules that for between him and Kyrie Irving. But
they had Kyrie, Kevin Love on that team. You know, it wasn't like LeBron won that shit on his own.
He didn't.
You know what I'm saying? Like when people talk about the GOAT, you know what I'm saying? Just to bring that up really quick, Michael Jordan won all of those. Like, you knew the finals went through Michael, not the Bulls. You had to beat Michael, and Michael beat you. He got all 6 MVPs. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't like, oh, Kyrie won the game. No, the ball went to Michael all the time. So there's no way that I would say that he's GOAT. Yes, he's one of the best scorers in basketball. I'll give that to him. He's been in there for 20 years.
Hold up, Jay. I'm not giving that. He only won 1 scoring title. So you cannot be the best scorer in basketball. He had the longest career in basketball. He has a long career. So if he played 50 years, he would be nowhere close to the record. If Kareem was allowed to play, I'm like this. If Kareem was allowed to play straight from high school like LeBron, they said LeBron would have been 8,400 points shy of him.
And Mike too. If Mike would have came out of high school and didn't take the 2 years off to play baseball, LeBron would still be probably third or fourth on the list.
I'm like this. He's consistent scorer all the time. He's consistently gonna give you 27 and 25 points a game. He's consistent. If you do that over 20 years, of course you're gonna break Kareem's record.
But this is why I'm so conflicted. I'm so conflicted because everything that y'all just mentioned, y'all said all that. And now you have to take it into account. How does he keep himself? Because we just started ranting on guys not being available and guys going through load management and this, that, and the third.
Yeah.
But LeBron, in these 20 years of him playing ball, has been available. He's always been there. He's been a number 1 pick. He's been a rookie of the year. You know, like, he hasn't had skin. He hasn't had things. He was a rookie of the year.
Yeah, I say he shouldn't have been rookie of the year.
I agree with that. I agree with that. They robbed Melo. Melo had better numbers. Melo had way better numbers.
Melo went to the playoffs. LeBron.
The NBA script writers, they have to foreshadow. So, you know, they see something. They say, you know what? We got to have LeBron take over in the league one day. We got to have everything that matches
Melo that because Melo was not winning a ring. So it is Melo ring. He could at least say I was rookie. Mellow.
Nope. We gotta have Brian. Gotta have everything. Brian gotta have everything. So, and again, that goes with my argument about being conflicted. I mean, because him being available, him, you know, I'm not saying I'm gonna contradict myself a little bit about him in that All-Star game, but he's been an All-Star game MVP. He's been to the postseason after postseason after postseason. Like, let's not take nothing away from him going to 8 or 9 straight. Let's not take anything away from that. He might have lost a few of them, but he's been there on a consistent basis. And for him to get this accomplishment, like, that's something that we won't see again. Like, we won't see it.
Well,
besides LeBron,
if they playing like they playing in the All-Star game, somebody gonna break it. If they keep playing defense like they playing it, somebody gonna break it.
Well, yeah. If they do it like what it is right now, hey man, I don't care if you take off, just keep scoring. And that's
Steph might
that's
break
what,
it.
That's what was missing. We was missing. Like, don't get me wrong, Jason Tatum box office. Like, yes, I'm glad somebody was there, but the All-Star game, this one, we was missing a whole lot of talent, a whole lot of names. Like, I like Dollar. Dollar's my guy. But Dollar, he up there. Like, you don't get that loyalty anymore, but it's not happening for Portland. I'm sorry. It's just not happening. And he going to stay loyal there, but you ain't getting no ring there, bro. Like, I'm sorry to tell you. If at some point you don't care about a ring, you going to leave. You want to go somewhere else. Because they did everything that they could. You went through a coach. You went through the talent.
Portland's going to trade that dude, man. Portland is going to trade.
At some point, the organization is going to get tired, kind of like what they're doing with Aaron Rodgers. Like, Aaron Rodgers, everybody's talking about, yeah, he's so great, this, that, and the third. But how many conference championships does this man have? Like, hey, bro, if at some point I'm gonna call you champ, but you gotta come to a point where you are a champion. You haven't been to you haven't won a conference championship in, what are we in, 23? So
16, 14
13,
years.
12 years? Like, bruh, I'm waiting.
13, 14 years.
You so great, but 14 years in the past, bro, and we still looking at this one conference championship. Hey, man, at the end of the day, Tom Brady left a conference and went to another conference and got some more stuff, got some more hardware before you looking for another conference championship. Brother, it's not working. Green Bay, if you're paying attention, and whoever in Wisconsin, because I know the city and the fans themselves got ownership in there. I don't know who make the decisions. I don't know who make the decisions up in there. I don't know who have executive powers up in there. But it's time to move on. New York, hey, stop courting two dudes. You can't tell one dude he gonna be a Hall of Famer and be looking at this other dude, be like, say, bro, I know you gonna make the Hall of Fame. I want you to come over here. I need you to stop doing that. I need you to stop double dipping. I need you to put all your eggs in that basket and be like, hey, bro, we want you. Aaron Rodgers, talk about Aaron Rodgers. And wherever Derek Carr gonna go, let it be the Saints or somewhere else. I don't really care. I don't two rat's butts about it. But y'all need to stop doing that. Don't tell this clown one thing, because Derek Carr, as good as he is, hey, that dude is a career loser. New York, for real.
He still
Wisconsin,
for a career loser, he still got better numbers than any quarterback that we've had in the last 10 to 15 years. Look at his numbers. It's not the career that he might be a career loser, but it was the team. It wasn't him. It was the people they put around him. It wasn't him. If he had the right players, Derek Carr would be probably a top 5 quarterback. Look at his numbers. Look at his numbers.
You got that.
Well, commit to Derek Carr and stop flirting with Evans.
Listen, I don't run the New York Jets. As far as I'm concerned, we're gonna end up with Tettenbaum. That's what's gonna end up happening, because Derek Carr is gonna go sign with you guys. This dude is either going to stay. Listen, he's either staying in Green Bay or he's going to the Raiders. He's not thinking about New York. Aaron Rodgers cannot handle New York. He couldn't handle New York. He couldn't handle the press of New York. Not a lot of people can. He can't handle that pressure because they want you to win. And if you're not winning, they let you have it.
We got to get 35 million to get caught. That's what he wants. He wants 35 million a year. I don't think we got
for 3 years.
We tried.
Nah, we ain't got that. We ain't got that.
He wants it for 3 years.
I know for sure we ain't got that. Not for no quarterback.
We trying. We making moves, but we trying to clear that money for Carl. But I don't want the Deshaun Watson situation to happen again. We thought we was getting Deshaun Watson, and then at the end of the day, somebody crazy enough to play Derek Carr this crazy ass money, and then now we got to go kiss J-Bo's ass again. We got to go kiss Jameis Winston ass again.
And if I was him, I'd be out.
I'm done with somebody else's quarterback. That's it. If we not keeping J-Bo, if we can't make it work with J-Bo, bro, I'm tired of looking at somebody else's yard. Like, we want to duplicate this whole Drew Brees experience. Hey, bro, we love it. I'm glad we had it. It's done. That day is over. He ain't coming out the locker room. He ain't dressing back up. If he coming back, he gonna have a clipboard in his hand, and he gonna be up there telling you, rah, 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 and get you out there and play your best ball.
I don't think he gets. I don't think he's good enough for 45 million.
Well, I'm like this. Let me tell you why. Because once again, Deshaun Watson has warped the quarterback market so bad that you're gonna have to pay somebody ridiculous money.
It's not even that it was Deshaun Watson. It was Cleveland. Because Cleveland
did that
like,
shit.
I'm just using.
Cleveland was out the running, and all of a sudden he was like, you know what? Back this Brinks truck up in here.
I'm like this. He's the player. So I gotta say Deshaun Watson. You know what I'm saying? Because he's the player. He will be a fool after 7. Yeah,
and I'll tell you this. I'll tell you this: if they don't make the playoff, the Browns don't make the playoffs and go deep into the playoffs this coming year, that was a bust deal.
Hey, we'll be looking at Deshaun Watson like we looked at Russell Crowe in American Gangster. This dude found a whole trunk of money and he won't give it up. I guarantee. And this is me. This is me. Now we all know I got integrity like that. But if he'd have done that, I'd have been looking at him crazy.
I ain't got integrity like that. I tell you that shit. I'm taking that money.
50-50. Shit.
I'm on the trouble of money. Fuck that. Your wife. I'll be like, your wifey, we going on vacation, baby.
We came up.
You better go somewhere where they don't have extradition.
No, wait. The law wanted me to have this money. I wouldn't have found it. That's what I was saying. He wanted me to have it.
Hey, man, but I'm serious. We'd have been looking at that dude crazy. And this dude would say, bro, Cleveland offer you this money. You want what? You pass it up the side with Atlanta? Who wants to play for Atlanta? And we was winning. At least we were winning. If you'd have came here, I mean, I don't know.
Nah,
coach
they said, nah, you crazy. I don't care about when you left $200.
Yeah. I mean, we'd have looked at that dude crazy. Cleveland offered you what?
Look.
You won't play for
How can I blame my wife? Don't make me get her to come up in here and say, hey, I think offered me $230 million. I'm going to turn it down. I want a divorce. She gonna divorce me. I have married the dumbest man in America. That's what she gonna say.
This dumb motherfucker.
This dumb motherfucker turned out 230.
I'm out.
Sure, I can see her calling us, girl, you in need. This dumb man turned down 230 to go play for the Saints. Look, I can't believe he turned it down. Man. So what if he was a Saints fan? He turned down 230. I mean, live in Tree Cleveland. Yep. That's $230 million.
Oh man. So that's why I say that's why I always blame Cleveland, man. Because Cleveland came about with this money out of nowhere. I mean, Cleveland say you can't even find money like that from between no cushions from 200 couches in America, bro. Because you know people need their loose change in their couch, bro. I could destroy about 200 American couches and not find that kind of money. These dudes say, guess what, bro? Just throw all the money at them. See if we can still get it.
Well,
I think also one thing that's what's going on in the NFL right now is the fact that what's his name hasn't signed with the Ravens yet.
Lamar.
Because they're big money off of that guarantee money. So right now that's the bubble. Because I can see the Jets trading away multiple first-round draft picks to bring him in. Lamar, if he comes to I can see them doing that shit.
Do it. Hey, I'm the Jet. I'm doing that today.
Y'all got the capital to do it too. The Jets are in a very unique situation, and I mean, honestly, this is heartfelt. This is me taking all the logic out of it. If y'all was to make a move, only thing y'all need is a quarterback piece, and that could be Jimmy G. That could be giving up everything and say Lamar Hill. You want the money because I believe they're having the impasse because the number of years that Lamar wants. I don't think it's really the money. I think it's what Lamar because
from what I read,
he wants the years for it as well.
It's the guarantee.
From what I hear, he wants it's that guaranteed money. They're only offering him 133 million guaranteed. And he's like, no.
Yeah, okay.
No, he's like, no.
Y'all actually explaining it to me better.
I think Patty Mack get 250, and then you got Deshaun getting 230. You got at least give him 240.
Okay, so you guys are making it make sense then.
You gotta get it making. You gotta give me 240. The floor is Deshaun Watson.
If the Jets are in the perfect situation because they have the capital, they have money, and they have the picks.
Yeah, but you have to wait till free agency, and that's not till March, I think, 15th, because they have to decide whether they're going to franchise him or not. They're going to either put him on an exclusive franchise flag that tells him that he can't go look for another deal, or they put him with the other bullshit franchise tag that he could actually go negotiate a deal.
It doesn't. Well, it really don't matter what type, because it don't matter what type. He still has to agree. At the end of the day, he still has to want to go out there and play ball, because he's still in a situation where he can sit here and take the L. Like, say, bro, I'll sit out the year. Then what?
No. If they put him on that bullshit one, he could sit out, but they want him to negotiate with other teams to make a deal. You know what I'm saying? Because he's basically said he's going to sit out if they franchise tag him. So you don't put him on the exclusive franchise. You put him on that other franchise tag. So then this way he can negotiate with other teams in the NFL to get a deal done. So then this way everybody's happy. Because if not, like you said, he's young. I'll sit out a year. Deshaun Watson did.
It sure won't. It won't hurt him. It exactly what happened. And I mean, I don't think the game passed him by as fast as it did a situation like let's go with somebody who's like with Michael Vick. Like when Michael Vick had his vacation, the game kind of passed him by to the point where he had to be like, I got to get adjusted to what's going on now. And then I still got to fight with people who holding me in that image, that negative image. And I mean, it worked when he was in Philly. And guess who's the coach there then? Andy Reid. So I don't think we're at the point of this game, of this era, where if he sits out, it's going to pass him by and he's going to take too much of a hit on it. Like, I honestly think if he takes that time off, come back, gives what he wants, I honestly believe he'll win that next Super Bowl. I think he'll come back and win him a Super Bowl. despite who's on the other side.
You said that was vacation. It sure wasn't a vacation. Everybody's like, man, went to fucking Cabo. Man was in jail.
There's a lot of teams out there that got Derek Carr money. They got that money, $35 million. He can go anywhere.
As far as I see it,
quarterback.
Anytime there's a guy, especially a quarterback, especially for a quarterback, I say this all the time. There's 31 other teams out there because only one won a championship. Only one. And the only one that won this year was Kansas City. All the other 31 remaining teams, there's a spot. Because who knows if the guy that's there is going to be the guy that's going to win it for you. It's impressive as everybody else has been. As all the other studs that I named for the Pro Bowl has been. Were you the piece to be in that particular situation to win you the big one? Because that's what you're playing for. Yes, the money's great. Yes, the fame is great. But ultimately, you lace them up so you can be a champion. Be like, hey, man, I was better than these guys. I was better than the rest of these guys. Well, I don't know a single player that wouldn't say this.
There's maybe, people like 10 places he's not going. And, he's not going to Buffalo. He's, Josh Allen.
No.
He's not going to
the Bengals.
He's not going to with Justin Herbert. He's not doing that. Neither, because that put him in the contract. He's not Denver. He's not going.
Oh yeah, definitely not Denver.
Arizona.
I can see him going to Miami.
He could go to Miami because they court going to be fucking brain dead if he doesn't learn how to fall. He's going to be he's going to have dementia by the time.
Your boy from USC talking that he won't be in Miami.
Yeah.
Say, bro, be a whole year removed.
Yeah, I don't think that's.
How we talking about you gonna be in Miami? Like Miami not gonna be that bad to even get a caliber player like you. Bad teams get good guys.
Unless you don't want to play for this team. You know what I mean? Shit. John Elway did the same thing. I refuse to play for this person. I'll go back to school or some shit.
Well, no, because isn't it as soon as you hire an agent, you can't go back to school.
Yeah, well, you don't have to hire an agent after the draft.
Yeah, you don't necessarily have to hire an agent.
And then you think about this. They are still Jalen Hurts and Joe Burrow that can negotiate contracts this offseason. So that could be another reason why Lamar Jackson is sitting back.
Yeah, those teams are not. Those teams are only good because Jalen Hurts and Joe Burrow are rookies. Only reason why the teams are good. That's why they talk about the Bengals like Higgins. They can't play Higgins and Burrow and take up. They can't pay them the money. So they know that. So the new thing is get you a good rookie quarterback and build your team, get you a quick Super Bowl. That's what everybody's trying to do. Catch lightning in the bottle, get you a quick championship, and then blow it up. Because the Eagles are about to get blown up. The Bengals are about to get blown up.
Because you gotta pay that big name.
The quarterback.
Your big name is the quarterback.
Joe Burrow might get more money than fucking Deshaun Watson. Might get more money than Deshaun Watson. He deserved it. I brought you to a Super Bowl.
What a bad
I was a missed block away from winning one. Because Jamar Chase was wide open. Jamar do it. He was a missed block away from being champ. So all you can do it the Rams way, pay a bunch of veterans, then the next year, go on to shit. It's
The Rams about to blow it up.
They blow it up. It's the thing is win quick, fuck them picks. That's what it is. And that's how you get teams like the Jets. They have a shitload of picks because they say, okay, I'll take those picks. Take this player.
Ton of
Take
picks,
this player here.
the young
I'll
talent,
take the pick.
rookie contracts. It is a wonderful time to be a Jets fan. If you was a closeted Jets fan, now's the time for you to go in your closet, dust off all the gear, and start celebrating because it's going to be up in the NFC East next year. New England on a downslide. Buffalo, it used to stand for, boy, I love losing Super Bowls, but guess what? They can't even get to the Super Bowl to lose them. So, I mean, as talented as Josh Allen is and that connection, that chemistry that he has with Diggs.
The rumor is, though, that Buffalo might be trying to get Derrick Henry. Now, if they get Derrick Henry,
that's all game.
That's going to change the whole AFC East.
Oh, Lord.
That is going to make Buffalo.
You talking about the AFC East? That's going to change the whole NFL.
Nah, because honestly,
that's all they missing.
Yeah, that's the rumor. Because what's his name? Von Miller. Von Miller's been working out with Derrick Henry in the off season already.
Just blowing it up.
Boy, you talk about scary hours. I can't even look at the camera straight.
He goes to if that dude goes to the Bills, that's Super Bowl. If there's no Super Bowl, then that's a failure.
Yes, I agree with you. But I kind of think they had failure this year with the Super Bowl. They were picked in the offseason to win, to go to the Super Bowl.
So
they choked.
And you guys are right for that. But and I honestly think they just ran into unfortunate situations. They had this string of bad luck. Like everything Buffalo had to endure before the season started. They kind of rallied behind that tragic event that happened in Buffalo. So they had that happen with them. Then, they came out like gangbusters. Like, okay, we're serious. Like, we're the next up. And they were until they ran into their slew of injuries. And then they had the unfortunate situation what happened with Lamar. Like, yes, he brought the world together, and saying, you know what, hey, everybody, we all up in arms for him, and we want to see this young man have his life. And the business side of it, you still have to conduct business. You still have to win football games. After that particular situation, I think that just drained the rest of everything else that they had to deal with. You lost this guy that you got with defense, the guy who came up there for something special. You came out like gangbusters, and it just
Giants ain't letting Barkley go.
Color out of him.
Yeah, I know.
Giants ain't letting Barkley go. You crazy?
Not.
The Bengals had something to prove too. The Bengals wanted.
I don't care what anybody says. What changed Buffalo's season last year was when the Jets almost broke him down in that first game. After he got hit, that his throwing arm was hurt, he was never the same quarterback for the rest of the year. Because that last game that he played, he wasn't as sharp as he was the first couple of games of the season. He takes too many hits because he likes to run out of the pocket, and then he thinks because he's a big quarterback, he don't got to slide.
That's his game. He loves playing football.
And
like
that game is going to make his career shorten.
It sure will. And that's what I stopped looking at him like that. I'm like, bro, why? It's like he looks for that contact. It's like okay, I can make a business decision here, but at the same time, I can also invest in my future and actually take a slide. And he always goes head first, shoulder first. Like, dude, you're the quarterback. How is it
Like
that you
Cam
have
Newton.
more yards, after contact than the running back, the actual backfield that's back there? Why are your numbers like that? Because they're relying on you, my man. Like at the end of the day, they can win without who's in that backfield. They can't win without you. But no, he wants to go out here.
Your quarterback isn't supposed to lead you in passing and rushing.
Exactly. And I'm like, say, bro, you playing 17 regular season games. Like, these guys are playing for money too. Like, they're playing for their mortgages. Like, they want to win too. They want to be a champion too. And guess what? They're going to tee off on you if you give them the opportunity. Guess what? If you want to make yourself eligible, say, okay, you want to be a runner, huh? Because the game is they designed to protect you. But no, you'd be like, I don't need these rules. I don't need those stinking rules. What's the tuck rule? Oh, you're roughing the quarterback. Well, guess what? I ain't no quarterback. I ain't no regular quarterback. Well, you're not going to be a regular quarterback. You're not going to be anybody's quarterback in the next 3 to 5 years. You keep playing like this.
That's the one thing that makes me worried about signing Lamar. Yes, Lamar is a good quarterback, but he depends a lot on his feet. Now look at the last quarterback that depended a lot on his feet. He's now a commentator. RG3. You know what I'm saying? I want to know that my quarterback not only can run the ball, but can sit in that pocket and wait for things to develop.
But it's the Ravens like that. The Ravens made their system like that. They didn't develop him as a pocket QB because he could really throw the ball. He can throw the ball.
He really can.
They're designing quarterback runs and draws.
And when he uses his legs, guess what? He's going east or west. It's never straight up, and I'm a challenge some guy. He don't do that. Like if you look at Lamar going
He gets out of
this way, or he going that way. He gets out of bounds. Or if he gets passed for the touchdown, guess what? He gonna do something fancy. Here's the ball, Mr. Ref. Hey, they don't.
Yeah, you're right. When he does run the ball, he runs east and west. He doesn't run north and south. But what he tries to do is outrun the guys that are east or west. So then this way he could gain his yards around the outside. If like you're doing what do you call it? One of those running plays that go to the outside.
Right.
But still, I want to know that when push comes to shove, when he doesn't have that speed anymore, because eventually he's going to not have that speed, that he could actually not even just sit in the pocket, but he could move around, but he's got to be able to be accurate with the ball. That's the only thing that worries me about him, because a lot of running quarterbacks are just that, running quarterbacks. They're not accurate with their arm. There's only been minimal quarterbacks that are accurate.
He's just as accurate as Josh Allen. There's numbers out there. You just look for it. He's just as accurate as Josh Allen in the pocket and him as the.
And honestly, he wouldn't be running as much because he would have a running game behind him. Like if you look at Baltimore's team the last couple of years, they don't really have a good running back. They don't really have great wide receivers or a great tight end. They got guys that play the position, but no stars, no real stars. Right. So Lamar's been doing it all. You give him a team with some players on it, it could be dangerous.
Which is why Baltimore give this man his money.
But they not only got to give him his money, they still got to put players around him, because giving him his money just for you to be, wild carding into the playoffs isn't going to cut it. You got to put players around the dude if you're really serious about a championship, because one man cannot do it alone. Look at all the teams that have won Super Bowls. It's never been one man or quarterback actually taking over that game and doing it. You know what I'm saying? As nice as Mahomes is, if he didn't have Kelsey and some of the other players on his team, like what's his name, the running back, you think he honestly would have won that game? No.
Yeah. I mean,
No.
as box office as he is, he did not do it on his own.
No. You need more, at least two guys, at least a running back and a decent, not even more than two guys if you think about it. Because if your running back goes down, now you're down to one guy. You need at least a quality wide receiver. You need at least a quality tight end and a good running back. You need weapons. You can't. Lamar couldn't throw the ball, run downfield, and catch it, and then score touchdowns.
Right.
It's not going to happen. That's why a lot of these teams, when they do get the injuries, it shows you what they really made of. They only had that one or two guys. You got to also make sure that your backups might not be as nice as your starters, but still give you quality playing time.
Yo, you need a decent backup.
Yes.
Because I'm thinking about Patrick Mahomes. I'm thinking about who is his backup. Damn, why I can't remember his name.
Henke or some shit like that. Henke?
Yeah.
Henning.
Henning.
Yeah,
Henning retired though. He retired at the Super Bowl, so we don't know who his backup is now.
Like Chad Henne was serviceable. Like he had to play the dude in the championship game before. So at least you knew what you was getting. Like, hey, if you can't go for this play or this series, we know we got somebody who's proven to a degree that could get us until you could get back.
Yeah, and he did. When he got hurt, and he came in and held it to what he did his job.
You got to hold it down.
He backed it up, made sure he didn't have no turnovers. Their coach is a very smart man. He wouldn't have kept Henne in there if he didn't think Henne could do that part of his job. And that was hold it. Don't throw no interceptions. Don't fumble the ball. You know what I'm saying? Don't make any errant throws. If you don't got nothing, throw the bitch out of bounds.
Exactly. And I might backtrack a little bit, but I'm going to segue into exactly what I'm talking about. So you said about RG3 in Washington. Now, he was a running quarterback, but that culture was so toxic. And I'm glad that RG3 came out this year and actually said something about it. They knew exactly that dude was not put together right. They say, okay, well, just put it tight, and guess what? It's going to do what it's supposed to do. That dude ruined his career for that organization. That organization still hasn't had luck, and they still haven't given that dude his just due. Like, they owe that dude more than just money. Like, if they could fix this, it's nothing wrong with his image, but if they could fix his image or how he's viewed by some of these other owners or whatever, Washington got a hell of a job to do. And while we're talking about Washington and that particular situation, I'm not enjoying the title, but I am happy for the opportunity that has been presented to Coach Bieniemy. Now, it's a lateral move by him being an OC, but what I believe, and I'm hoping that it would be the case, in the event that Coach Riviera doesn't work out, if they decide to mutually part ways, or, the powers that be says it's been nice, but it's not for us, I think it moves Bieniemy until a legit spot. It's like, okay, well, we're going to promote within and give him the official head coach position.
Yeah, he's the assistant head coach, so if he gets fired, he gets promoted.
Yeah.
And then there's a lot what Shady McCoy talked about.
You know,
every player that coached by Bieniemy came in Bieniemy because his time in games was right on about.
I think Shady finally talking. Shady talking because he finally got him a ring. So I'm not really too worried about.
It's like
Shady.
ass needed this. Shady ass shut the fuck. He like that.
Right.
Shut the fuck up. Like, that man had to get from under Andy Reid's shadow.
Exactly.
Listen, all he has to do is hold off for the 2 years. There's 2 years left on Rivera's contract. But I don't think he'll last this year if they don't have a semi-decent season.
To move now, I have my head coach already here. So now I don't have to worry about he get in and I have him in. So Rivera might not make it past training camp. Shit, who knows? I'm just saying he might not make it past game. They lose game one, Rivera might be gone.
Rumor has it that Jeff Bezos is looking to buy the Commanders. He's the front runner for buying the Commanders right now.
He already got the most money in the world, so why not just pull the trigger?
Because it has to be approved by the other owners.
The other owners, yeah.
So if you're not cool with any other owners, they could deny.
And it has to be unanimous too. Well, it has to be.
I don't think they're going to deny Bezos. Bezos. So
I think it got to be at least
he don't need to
28.
Don't have. Fuck. So it's.
But I'll tell you what, we'll see what Eric Bieniemy is all about, because now he doesn't have a superstar quarterback. So if the dude is a really good offensive coordinator, we're going to see it. Not saying that he's not, but it's now the proof is in the pudding. Because you're going to have a second-year quarterback. Depending, who knows? Who knows? Derek Carr might end up in Washington.
We don't know the quarterback situation yet.
Pat Mahomes wasn't a superstar quarterback when he first got. We didn't know Bieniemy didn't help make Mahomes. I'm just saying.
I think it did.
I'm just saying he wasn't a superstar quarterback. People questioned the move when Kansas City moved up. So we don't know how much Bieniemy helped develop Mahomes. So what if he can develop that kid in Washington to not Mahomes level, but to a damn star? And
right.
It worked.
Yeah, well, we'll see if he is. Because if you think about it, Mahomes sat out 1 year behind what's his name? Smith.
Alex.
Yeah, Alex Smith. He sat out the 1 year. You don't think in that time Bieniemy was working with him in that year? And then when he came out the next year, I'm not saying he was a superstar, but he was a lot better than what he was when he came in the year before. He took over the starting position. You know what I'm saying? I think Bieniemy, depending on the players that they put around him for the offense, we are going to see if he's honestly what everybody's been saying about him. You know what I'm saying? Because it's easy to to be praised for having a superstar on your team than having to actually see him mold somebody, because either one of those quarterbacks in Washington, they're both garbage. You know what I'm saying?
True.
When he was with over there, Alex Smith wasn't garbage. He wasn't superstar, but he wasn't garbage. And
I
then
ain't
he
gonna
had
say Taylor Heineke is garbage. He's mediocre, but I wouldn't say Heineke is garbage.
He's definitely not garbage. I think he's currently the best option.
yeah, well,
Carson
yeah,
Wentz.
depending, because now there's the draft is coming up. Washington got a high pick. They might just go get themselves a fresh face and start from scratch. We don't in the NFL. We never know what the fuck's gonna happen. All I know is that I really want to say that I don't want Aaron Rodgers, because I don't think he's 39 years old. He's not worth all the capital we're gonna have to give up to trade for him. And the problem is that the owners of the New York Jets are stupid. And I'll say it again, they're fucking stupid. And they would give up all that draft capital, and then Aaron Rodgers will play this year, and then next year decide he wants to retire.
The Richardson thing is because he's jumping up the draft board, because I think his workouts are like I think they're ridiculous. I think they're projecting him to be like the next great thing. And at first he was like a third or fourth round quarterback, and now he jumped up to like number one. I'd be wary of people like that, because I saw Richardson play, and Richardson is not that dude to be number one. He's a great project. It's going to be a project player, and with development, he would be great. But if you put him in there day one, you're going to be fucking sorry.
You'll have another Zach Wilson on your hands.
You'll have a Jamarcus Russell.
This is you talked about this, but Jamarcus Russell, his numbers at this point in his career are better than Justin Fields.
Yeah,
they play the
but
same
Justin Fields only played 1 year. Justin Fields has only played 1 year.
We called Jamarcus a bust, but as many games as been played, Justin Fields and Jamarcus Russell play the same number of games. Jamarcus Russell has more wins. His numbers are better.
All that's telling me is that they had a better team than the Bears. That's all that's telling me.
Yeah, that's telling me that the players that were surrounding Jamarcus Russell are better than the players that are surrounding Justin Fields. Put Justin Fields on a good... Listen, if they were to say, we'll trade Justin Fields, if I was the Jets ownership, I would trade for him. I would.
My eye test, Doc, on this, that's when I say numbers aren't shit. If you watch Justin Fields game and the Russell game, it's not even close. Justin Fields.
And you right on that.
He's a better quarterback on the field. I don't know how they won and much they did. Maybe the Raiders had a great defense then, and they was winning them games 3-0. We don't fucking know. But I'm just saying, the Bears really have nobody for this man to throw the ball to. It's either Justin Fields. Let's put the running stats up there, because Justin Fields single-handedly won the game. He just said, "Fuck it." Yes. There's no receivers.
Yes,
I'm running for my yards.
I got it. I got it myself. Don't worry about it.
So it's context with the numbers on that one. It's like studying tape. Like they sent him blank tapes, and they say that you go over the blitz packages. And Jamarcus Russell said, "That's out over tapes for blank." So that's why they're calling him a bust. And he got over like 300 pounds. Like 300 pounds. He stopped carrying. Yeah. And he's the reason why they don't get paid them big bucks coming out of college anymore. They gave Jamarcus Russell that big ass deal,
Gave him that deal, and he literally ate it all.
I think that deal just ended this past year.
Yeah, that deal was ridiculous. Bryce Young is too underweight, too short to be in the NFL. We said that about Doug Flutie, and Doug Flutie had a big. Doug Flutie had a good run in the NFL, so we've seen small people do it. People say the same thing about Drew Brees being short, and they're saying it.
And that's it. And this was pretty much the good time about the NFL with the NFL draft coming up, because I like the uncertainty of who could be number one. Marvin Jones would be nice for Justin Fields.
Yes, definitely would be. If I'm the Bears, I'm calling the Saints up. If I'm the Bears, I'm calling the Saints up and getting Michael Thomas. If I am the fucking Bears, I'm like, you know what? What do you want for Michael Thomas? You're not getting the first round pick. You get a second round pick for him because he's hurt. If Michael Thomas was fucking was healthy, then you gotta ask him first. But since he can't stay healthy, man, you want a second and third for Michael Thomas?
Can't stay healthy. It's not that he can't stay healthy. People aren't listening to him. This is just me being an advocate. Here's me with my advocate hat on. Now, the man is hurt. He's listening to his body to say, because your body's gonna tell you, hey, this is what I need to get healthy. And for whatever reason, here comes the media, here comes the fans, the people who's like, well, he's out there on the sideline. Okay, he's supporting the team because he's proven that he's being a team player. I haven't seen a player get so much bad publicity for being there but not being available. Like, y'all don't even do Zion like that. It's like, well, if you wanted to play, you would play.
Krispy Kreme.
Like, bro, like what y'all want the man to do? The man plays wide receiver. You want your receiver to catch the ball and be fast, get away from it. So if he just sits there and get the ball, if he just, let's say he goes, I don't know, 5-yard curls and catches the ball right then and there, well short of the first down, well short of the sticks, then y'all gonna forget him because he's not moving the chains, he's not being productive, he's not getting touchdowns, but he's doing everything else that kind of gets them in position to score, but yeah, he's not doing anything. He's just catching the ball. And then y'all gonna be like, well, he's not doing anything. Like, what else do you want the man to do? Like, he can't use his feet because he got the foot injury. He can't use his. What are y'all looking at for this man to do to show that he's being a team player? Like, he's done pretty much everything that he can do. You want him to catch the ball. Last time he played the full season, he got a record for number of catches in the season. And it's been 4 years and no one still caught it. And they got an extra game to do it. Like, what else do you want from the man?
Just to go back when we were just talking about Fields and Jamarcus Russell, that Jamarcus got better numbers. Jamarcus Russell also had Michael Bush as a running back. Jamarcus Russell also had Darius Haywood-Bay as a wide receiver, Zach Miller as a tight end. And that's just those players. Then you had defense with Richard Seymour and Greg Ellis and Nadia Amusamga, the cornerback. Yeah, whatever his name is. He had a team, you know what I'm saying, where you can't say, name another player on the Bears that is nice besides Fields.
Mooney. That's it. Darryl Mooney. That's the only one that got worth the damn on the receiving corps. And he's short.
St. Brown. Whoever. Your boy from
whoever.
So
and so.
No, No, that's the brother. That's the less talented brother. The good St. Brown plays for Detroit.
Don't do my man that. My man shows up. My man, he capable.
Yeah, he's in the league, right?
Hey,
he's in the league.
Brother. Remember, I speak spoiler now.
It's only younger brother.
Yeah,
Yeah, you were younger than the older brother. The older brother is in Chicago. They should have went after the younger brother.
If it wasn't that Miami gave up so much to get those wide receivers, if I was Miami, I would be calling up the Bears and saying, "What do you want for Justin Fields?"
Hey, if I'm Chicago, I'm not down OBJ door. Please, we need a playmaker, please.
OBJ doesn't want to go to a team where he actually has to do a lot of work. He wants to go to a team that he's just plugged in and they're ready to go to the playoffs.
Yep. That's
OBJ
exactly,
is not a team player like that.
Took the words right out of my mouth.
Do you see them taking a chance one day and hit that one? I'm like this.
I would.
God is gonna be so big of a fucking cap hit. It's gonna mess with your cap. So they're stuck with that. That nobody told them to do that. Try to sign Kenny Galladay. There was a reason.
Well, the Jets. Nah, this is just reports. The Jets want to keep. They want to keep Danny Dimes and they want to keep Saquon. So
The
one way or
Giants,
the other,
not the Jets.
Hey, the Giants. Yes, the Giants. I'm sorry.
Please, we don't got that Danny Dimes problem.
Yeah. So they want to keep that camaraderie together. They want to keep it together. This is the pieces that they believe is best for them. So we'll see.
Listen, it's proven they played good together this year. If not, the Giants would have never made the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? So you got to keep that nucleus in there. But the most important piece of that nucleus is Saquon Barkley. If you lose Saquon Barkley, don't give Danny Dimes no $40 million. Don't give him 35. Yeah. I wouldn't even give him 30.
Yeah, but since we all about the next fail, that I actually like the games. Games this weekend were hard hitting, and I'm like, it's a good change of pace because they actually hitting out there. I'm off. People we know, like AJ McCarron looked good. He looked damn good in the game, and then they had Josh Gordon made an appearance. I like that they give him another to showcase to my NFL. It worked for Turbin. He's worked for Turbin to get on with Dallas, and now he's a Pro Bowl punt returner. So I love the like this could be used as a farm system. I think this NFL should be used as a farm system. People that are put this way as developed and get them to. But I'm happy to accept. And as long as Vince McMahon is not touching The Rock looked like he knew what he was doing. Just a lot of people watching. And a lot of people watching.
I watched a couple of games, and I was watching the game last night while I was watching you guys.
Good. Those damn games. I'm just like, they come down to the wire. There's very few blowouts. They come down to the wire.
I kind of like that. You know what I'm saying? I was a little skeptical on it, but that 1 point, 2 point, 3 point, like if you score a touchdown, you could go for 1 point, you could go for 2 points, or you could go for 3 points. I'm kind of digging that.
Right. And
I like it. And I like it. I love the upside kick. You know what? Let me get a 4-15.
Right there in your face.
I get a ball. I get the ball.
And that's what I love. I love. So when they explored this the first time around, it forced the NFL's competition committee, it forced their hand. And now they're going to do it again. Like a lot of things they're doing, the NFL is going to be like, damn, bro. Like people are really watching this. Like they're gaining steam. Like I missed the game yesterday, and my yesterday was just I got exhausted. Like I fell asleep in the middle of y'all show. Y'all know I'm trying to stay in there. I'm gonna be with it. I'm a part of the Thursday show. I was just exhausted. I didn't even catch the XFL. I've been trying to catch at least one game from this week, and I'm determined. I'm gonna catch one on Saturday. The ones that come on FX somewhere. Somebody gonna have one of these games on. I'm gonna catch it because they got talent out here, and they make you look at the game a different manner. It's gonna force the NFL hand.
Or just told me he don't know just because he's a good coach. And man, I just like the little rules because I'm like shit. 15 you get the chance to get the ball back. Hell, I like it.
I like the fact that they don't let you kneel down at the end of the game. You got to play straight through until it's zeros. There's none of that kneeling down shit.
Combined, that will give them more teams if they were to work together.
Yeah, because they're only 8 teams.
Yeah.
If they merge together, hey, that would be good. That merger might happen down the line. Who knows?
Yes, indeed. That give us year-round football. I'm all for that.
Yeah, for God's sake.
I mean, I still kind of want them to be unique though, because I like to see an XFL champion and I like to see a USFL champion. Like, but combining, we might get a whole other NFL season out of it. Personally, like you might want to say, you know what? Let's make it. But the NFL got 17 games. Let's make it 18 games. We get the NFL to run for their money.
You got a game on tomorrow night at 7, Doc, and you got another one on at 4:00 in the afternoon on Sunday.
So that late game, is that the one on FX?
Yes.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, that's the one that I was trying to catch.
And then the one on Sunday is on ESPN.
Oh, and one on Sunday. That's what I'm talking. See, that's what you like about this XFL. Like they don't have all these teams, but you're gonna have games because they.
Well, you think about it, they're utilizing the 3 days of the week that the NFL utilizes: Thursdays, Saturdays, and Sundays.
Yeah.
Well, the NFL only uses Saturdays for they postseason. They don't really use it in the regular season unless.
They use the Monday.
Yeah, they're trying because people are used to watching games on Saturday towards the end of the season of the NFL. Right. Let's keep games on Saturdays, and you'll get people to go to bars, to go to sports bars and watch games and whatnot. They just need to expand their teams. There's not enough teams.
I'm gonna say not even this for the bars. I mean, it's just like college football comes on Saturdays. It's just Saturdays of football.
That's right. That's right. Because if you think about it, right after the XFL's done, I think the USFL starts. Then after the
USFL starts this weekend.
Oh, see? So because there's only 8 games in the XFL. So you're gonna have 8 games and then some type of playoffs. I don't know how they're gonna run their playoff thing. Then you're gonna have some kind of playoffs. Then when that fades out, the USFL is probably 3 or 4 games into their season. You know what I'm saying? And then the next thing you know, springtime, the draft, and then preseason before you know it. So they're trying to keep it all year round football, which I ain't hating. I'm definitely not hating on that.
Yeah, I'm just glad that It's not just the NFL, so we don't have to wait so long. It's a football fake on XFL. I just hope more people support it. And it was gaining steam before COVID because a lot of people was watching it before COVID.
It sure was,
And then
man.
when
COVID
happened.
sat there. Oh boy, COVID just took all the color out that little league, man. It just
And supposedly the tickets are cheap for the XFL.
Yeah.
They're like $20 a game.
You know they can't come out the gate charge you high shit. They're trying to get back on their feet. And then you know people like St. Louis, they've been wanting the team, so they're gonna come out and pack the stadium. You know,
no, I
kind of like
apologize,
Seattle
Jay.
basketball.
They're playing
the
in
USFL starts in April.
They're playing in soccer stadiums anyway. They're playing because if you think about it, look at where there's two teams from Texas. The only team that's in a cold area is the Seattle team.
Yeah. And St. Louis, if you count St. Louis in the winter, they're pretty fucking
St.
cold.
Louis for this time frame as well.
But a lot of them teams are playing in bubbles. They're playing in like soccer stadiums that got bubbles in them.
They are actually playing that dome they used to be in. So the only one playing
they're playing in the Alamo Dome. One of the teams is playing in the Alamo Dome.
Yeah.
That's the San Antonio team. And that's what their championship game is going to be in San Antonio. I'm not going to lie. That's all things considered, that's a pretty nice stadium to hold a football game in. Like my experience with that goes back to my time in military training. When I graduated and was done with the training part of it, it was around the time of bowl season, and it was Oregon somebody. I can't remember. But yeah, they pretty sure they showed us some love for that game. Like they got us in there. We got to, I think most of us got to be on the field for the flag unfurling and all that. It was pretty live. Like it's when people talk about San Antonio really is a sports town. Like they might only professionally have the Spurs, but they college teams and whatever. Hey man, them people show you some love up there. I'm glad that they have a team that they can actually sit there and root for with the Brahmas in XFL up there.
And if that's the name, that has to be the Rocks team.
Yeah,
because he was the Brahma Bull. He was the Brahma Bull when he was in wrestling. So that's got to be his team.
Yeah, and then there's one more thing before we wrap out of here that I was going to talk about, though. There's a top 5 pick in the NBA draft that's in a lot of trouble. We talked about the Alabama shooting before, but the teammate gave him the gun, and there's a lot of hot water in this one. Like he's not in trouble because he's saying he didn't know what the dude was going to do, but the guy Miles left his gun in Miller's car, and he texted him and told him to come get his property, and he gave it to him. So a lot of people having a lot of problems with that. A lot of people want this guy arrested, but he shouldn't get arrested for that because he didn't know what he was going to do with the gun. Like if you left my gun in my car,
right,
and you asked me, hey man, give me my gun. I give you a gun. At the same time, if this is bad place, wrong time. At the same time, that person was, as I'm giving your gun, that person he wanted to shoot was coming behind me in my car. And then dude opened fire right where the draft pick was. Miller was. Yeah. So it almost makes you look like you're an accomplice, but you wasn't an accomplice. It's
right.
fucked up. The whole situation is fucked up.
It really is. I didn't know how deep it went.
It's pretty.
I was sitting at my desk and the ESPN app popped and said that he was linked to the firearm. So I didn't read the story. I don't know how it went. And thank you, Mo, for filling in, the parts for me that was missing. Honestly,
My question
if
would be,
you can't
go ahead, Eric. Go ahead, Eric. I'm sorry.
that's all good. So to me, you can't make a grown man. You can't hold this young man for another man's actions. He didn't sit here and say, "Hey, let's do this together," or they sat there and they planned it beforehand. Be like, "See, bro," or the dude sat there and told him. I see if the man told him, like, "See, bro, I'm really thinking about getting this girl on some bull crap," and he sat there and it was accomplished to it. It's just that from the story that Moy is saying, it was like he was just indirectly in the way. It's like, "Hey, man, you left your stuff here. I don't want to get in trouble for it. I don't want to get in trouble with somebody pull me over. Because guess what? If I get pulled over and it's there, I'm in trouble. Because it can be linked to anything. And guess what? It's with me and my property. So if I like it or not, I'm in trouble." But he did what he thought was right. Like, "Hey, man, returning your stuff. I don't know nothing about it. This is your property. This, as far as my knowledge and me participating with that thing, go." And for him being able to play, hey man, like I said, that was a whole other grown man. He was a grown A man. What Devin Miles said in Drumline, "I'm not his mama, sir."
My question would be this: was he living on campus or off campus? And the reason why I say that, because if you're living on campus, I'm sure there is a rule about having weapons on campus.
Most definitely.
So why would you have a gun in the first place if you're not allowed to have a gun on campus? You know what I'm saying? Like, that would be my question. And not saying that the dude is an accomplice, but yet if he didn't have a gun, there wouldn't have been a gun involved if you're not allowed to have guns on campus.
Well,
you understand?
Athletes get spread privileges, and then you can hide a gun easily on campus.
Well, then you get in trouble for having it. You know what I'm saying? It caused harm.
Yeah, but the thing is, the dude talk about, no, it wasn't his gun. It was the guy who got trouble's gun. So it was his gun. It was registered. It was like illegal. It was a legal gun, so it was not an illegal gun. So it was registered to him. I used his registered gun to commit a crime, which is stupid as fuck on all kind of levels. But it's just a fucked up situation because this guy Brandon Miller is a top 5 pick in the NBA draft. His draft stock getting plummeted because of a
plummeted. Might become obsolete. He might not make it in the NBA because of that shit.
I know it's the cops saying he has no wrongdoing, so it's the cop. He's not going to jail, but he might scare some teams off.
Yes. Yeah, he yelled at everybody over there making that noise, and they jumped his ass.
But yeah,
they canceled his ass.
It's a sad situation all around. The Doc thing went out. He's gonna come back probably. It's a sad situation around, and I hope this case goes quickly so the family can get closure. Closure is important. They found out the other guy that was with the basketball, Darius Miles, the one who the gun was for. The other guy who's not a star was the one who shot the person. So that person That one is going to jail for life. The other one is probably going to go to jail for 15 years. The basketball player Darius Miles might be going to jail for 15 plus years. So he ruined his career. That's why I tell my stepson, I tell any other little youth, like one decision.
Yes.
One decision you think is harmless can fuck up your life for life. And he probably just thought, I'm just bringing my friend his gun back. No big deal. Didn't realize his friend was had murder on the mind, which is sad because it's like the reason you killed this young lady is because she rejected you, which is utterly fucked up.
With all the women that are in this world.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
Hey, I said it last week, man. Mental health is a real issue. And obviously the young man, I mean, it's
Like
just
the
so
shirt
terrible. Like
that we have.
It's unfortunate.
Clout chasing is a mental disease, bro. The dude was clout chasing. He wanted to show that he was the big man on campus, and that's what happens. That's why I put those shirts that say chasing is a mental disease. It is. Trying to be the man. The clout chasing. If you're the man, you don't stand the test. People know you the man. People don't fuck with you because you are the man. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't realize that you don't have to go show you the man. If you the man, you are the man. People know you the man.
It's true. Yeah, I'm all for that. Like, but doing anything to harm, especially, and there's no shot against anybody else, but for a black lady, for a young black woman to lose her life just because, you feel slighted. Like, dude, that's just no excuse, man. Like, didn't you come from a black woman? And you want to sit here and be like, well, I decide. No, you don't decide, bruh. Like, let this lady live. Well, it's too late now, but why this lady can't live her life? Oh, because you feel slighted. Like, dude, like, you probably old enough to drink. Like, come on now. Like, you out here, do one more year. I guarantee you could go anywhere in Alabama and you could get whatever out of it. Like, bro, like, the people love their team. Like, you do this 1 year, do another year, whatever. You already was a name known. People already, clamoring on to you because you play ball, and I'm pretty sure you work out pretty well, build yourself up. Say, brother, why I gotta be this one lady? Why? Like, what this one lady got that you can't find with 4 or 5 of them that probably throw themselves at you at this one time? And not to say that there should be a decision, but say, bro, like I said, did you not come from a woman? Do you not have female cousins? Don't you have a grandmother? Like, at the end of the day, like, why them thoughts just couldn't come across your mind? Like, you getting rid of somebody's cousin, you getting rid of somebody's sister. Like, I'm pretty sure you got all them relatives yourself. How would you like it if somebody just rolled up on your family? It's just like, you know what? Well, let me get this cash back. Then how you feel then? Because now you can't do nothing about it. It'll just happen. Because there'll be retaliation. Like, how would that make you feel then?
You wouldn't know how to handle it.
Unfortunate, man. Like, it's just crappy. Pretty bleepy situation.
Yeah, man. And I just hope Brandon Miller realize you're a star on the basketball team. You don't have to. I done made my friend wait to get that. You don't have to. No, you don't have to do anything you don't want to. I know that's his gun. He should have left it in your car. Man, look, I'd have been like, look, bro, you get in the morning. Want something at night. You gotta put it through your head there's something going on while you need it.
Like, and that's the thing. You on a team. You on a team, bro. Like, they got a curfew. Hey, bro, what are you? Hey, dog. We got games coming up. Hey, you somewhere. You inside somewhere. Somewhere where coach get to you. So somebody on this faculty, on this staff can get to you. One of us can get to you. Say, bro, ain't no out on the town, bro. You on campus or somewhere where that campus can control the security of it? Nah.
I would tell anybody else, say, look, if you got everybody have a lot to lose. You want to be a star team, whatever. Life is enough for you to lose. Nobody wants to go to jail. And if you end in their life, you trying to play God. You're not God. There's anybody who think that you're not God. So you can't end someone's life. They have the right to live no matter what they do to you. If you disrespectful as hell, slap them, beat them like the old school, beat the shit out of them. You ain't got to kill a person. When did we get as a people where we had to kill people? And the way they're killing people, like, females, like they're killing females because they turn them down. Man, that's part of the game. Chalk this shit up. Man, and you're going to get rejected in life, man. It's like some of you men act like pussies. Dude, you're a male, going to get rejected. It's happened. It's life.
It's crazy. It's crazy. It like, when did we get to the point where if things just don't go our way, like, we got to shut it down? Like, it's either got to die or we got to force our hand anyway. Like, when did we get to this point?
There's not real men leading anymore. There's no real men leading the household and shit no more.
Nope.
That's what you learn. You learn that man protection. You can't learn that from your mother, because I'm gonna put it this way, and it's gonna hit home for a lot of people. Someone might not have say, some women don't have protection. So if you got that can't handle protection, and then that shit get realized, it get passed on. If you can't handle rejection, and a person in the household teaching you it's okay to lash out when you get rejected, this is what you get.
See, but this is
like,
where I
most
think
women don't get rejected, bro. Like,
I think this is where it got messed up because of the participation trophies. Like, here's a trophy just for being out here. What?
Yeah.
Dude literally just put on a jersey and hey, he gets something out of it.
That goes back to my point.
Destroy all his character. It has no character whatsoever. Now he feels entitled to have something.
When strong men were taking their little boys and their kids to sporting events, there was no fucking participation trophies. What do we normally see at sporting events as little kids? Who's there with the kid?
The father.
Everyone, because that's in the nation to make sure everybody is taken care of, to nurture. We're gonna nurture everybody, feel everybody special. But in athletics and in life, it's not always the same. The biggest, strongest, baddest motherfuckers. That's it.
Right.
That's just the hard truth that a lot of people not ready for. Like, sometimes you can be fucking life and you want me to participation trophy. Give me a full ribbon. Honorable mention. I'm kidding.
I miss back in the day where our participation trophy was the right to wear the color. So let's just say it was, your park or your school, like earning that jersey just to have it on you and to have it touch your skin for be like, you know what? Hey man, like I won't be a part of one of these rafters. I won't be a reason why we got one of these rafters up in here. That was our participation trophy. Like, say, bro, like if I wasn't good enough, then it made me be like, you know what? I'm doing something wrong. I gotta go hard. Like, say, bro, like if I get exhausted, I gotta go back to that feeling what I felt when I didn't win, when I wasn't winning. Like now we winning. I can't go back there. I can't. Like I don't. Why we can't get back there? That's the era that's like, you know what? Hey man, this is
through what I was saying. I'm not blaming women. I'm blaming the men because we not there. We not there. You know what? That's not fucking talk general. I know. Well, I'm there for mine. You for there for yours. You know, J.O. for his. I'm not saying that. I'm saying as a whole, we're not there.
Right.
And we the ones, you know, daddy had somebody the fuck a C. That's what you hear. And you know, Coach Reese, because you define what we, you bring a C to him, you proud of that? You proud of a C? What the fuck is a C?
What?
And now, it's okay to get C. It's okay to be mediocre. What's wrong with me trying to teach mine to be the best?
You're right.
What's wrong with that's called being toxic? Oh, you don't accept your child something. No, I don't accept it. I don't have to accept it. No. Keep going, keep fighting, keep doing this because that's what was bred in me. And I saw keep fighting no matter. You make this time, you make the things this year, practice harder. Next year. Not this little team because he's here. Everybody, he sat on the fucking bench. No, nobody doesn't need a trophy. You go do nothing. It's like, remember Coach Reese told me this from practice, but just because he's on the team, he was, you know, who just because they showed up to one or two games. At the beginning and the end, you saw participation trophies just because you tried, just because you did. Completely, you just gotta eat. And that's why we keep getting pussification of men, because nobody's teaching these kids when they're like 11 to 17 are important years. There's nobody teaching these kids. Hey, bro, suck that shit up. Girls gone. And kill him. You know what I'm saying? Don't kill him because you look weak.
Right.
His mind is a different voice when a male is another man. Hey, bro, you fucking up. You like, you always kidding me. You be like this. But another male say, hey, you fucking up. Like, oh, shit. Maybe I am fucking up.
Nah.
You know, just understand. I mean, I just like to tell this to all the fathers out there, man. Even me, I be better than me to fall. And it's look, this we keep up. Don't be afraid to jump this shit. Literally. I'd rather them be mad at you for correcting a mistake than them to make that mistake and their life is gone. Or you didn't see it. And this kid lost. And the basketball player I'm talking about. We don't know about the other guy because they're not really talking about the shooter because he's not a fucking kid. But this basketball player lost everything.
Yeah. That situation.
Because female, I don't call her a girl.
Real sad.
A woman told him, bro, shit. I have a wife and my wife tells me no. I mean, my wife tells me no thing. Well, I'm gonna get mad, and kill her because she told me no. And anybody who logic, how stupid some of our males, I'll call them out. Some of us males are stupid out there. Like, we do stupid shit that's not very masculine or man, whatever you want to call it. It's fuck shit. And I think if you're gonna have a kid, bro, you should be in that kid's life 24/7. That's just my thing. So we can have better. Like, I'm upset about the shit that's going on in my own city. There's young kids out there breaking people's calls and shit, and that shit is going on check. And parents knowing their kids are breaking in the calls.
You saying that? I just had a post regarding this past weekend. These kids out here, just firing off on the interstate. Now,
yes.
For people who are not familiar with our interstate system, like I-10 pretty much runs through majority of the country, and we have our interstate, our main interstate is I-10. Like,
you joking? Houses, your kid in the picture.
Houses are right there on the highway. You have businesses right there on the highway that's next to these highways. Like, it's not just road. Like, our interstate isn't like the other states, like say Texas, where you got 3 lanes wide, 4 lanes wide. The most we have is 3, and that's pretty much when you're west leaving here or going towards.
They got 5. East. They got 5 going to Metairie. They got 5 lanes in Metairie.
Like, we don't have these big old lanes or whatever. Our city isn't really that big. Like, majority, maybe 60 miles of it. That's our city, if that. Like, these kids up here firing on anybody. Hey man, like, the bullet just don't go to this one place, especially if you're just traveling. Like, about time that bullet leave that pistol. It's like, bro, it flew like 10, 15 kilometers somewhere else that you didn't intend for it to go.
Right.
Like, you harming, hundreds of lives. That's just this one that's your intended target. Like, I don't get it. Like, you're not thinking, you're just out here trying to have a good time, trying to show off, trying to, chasing clout. Like, I just don't understand it.
Like, as long as we got this as people and as a nation, it ain't just black, white, or whatever. As a nation, as long as we have this clout chasing mentality, it's gonna always be fuck shit that goes on. That's just being real. It's just, man, what happened to the days of just happy to have your shit? Like, just happy, whatever you work for, you happy with. Why do I gotta get mad? Because you are doing better than me. Maybe you're doing more than I'm doing. Maybe I need to get off my ass and do more. I'm just saying. Why should I try to take your shit or in your life because you're doing better in life, because you're being successful in life?
Because it's
Exactly.
easier to pull the trigger than it is to do the job.
Facts. Nobody wants to do the work.
Nobody wants to do the work. That's why it's, all of this is happening. And
And
like you said, they're going to keep clout chasing, and it's never going to change because that's the society that we live in. A lot of people are clout chasing. A lot of people want the easy way out
it's a
instead of
lot.
doing the hard work.
And it's a lot I could go into why it's like that. I could say it's the music, the television, but it all starts at home, man.
Yes.
Man,
It
look,
starts at home,
that's
man.
not even
Like,
an excuse.
yeah, I'm just saying, shit starts at. I know there's programming and the shit that we see makes you want to be a cloud chaser. It makes you more profitable if you are cloud chasing, but it starts at home, and that's everything. It's at home, and it's like it takes really a village to raise a child, man. Like, no,
It
Not
does.
only that, a lot of people turn to technology to raise their kids. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Work.
Instead of spending the time with your kids and telling them what's right and wrong, go play your Xbox. Go get on your PlayStation. Go jump on your tablet. You know what I'm saying?
But
They
now,
babysit the children of today.
I said, but now it's just now that they have so much access that we didn't have. We used to have to take our parents' word for everything. So
So
if our parents say the sky is green, we got to leave our parents. Now they can do bullshit. No, you're not,
you
mama.
know,
No, you're not, daddy.
you right. So it's that instant access. Like you holding the device now, like you have that instant access. If we wanted that information, and I'll never forget this as long as I live. Like my mom had encyclopedias for me.
Oh,
Like she
good
had
God. I
encyclopedias,
ain't
she
listen
had
to them,
the
motherfuckers.
dictionary for me. Like, but if I wanted to know something, it was by car, and it's up the street. It's literally up the street. We lived in Mizzou back in the day, and the library was on Reed. If I had to wait, I had to wait for somebody to drive. Like,
That's a
so it
good
was either
distance.
gonna be my mama or my daddy, my mama or my pop, or one of my neighbors, one of their people. And I had to take, or even if I wanted it that bad, I would have to catch the bus. And catching the bus is easily 20 minutes for a 5-minute drive up the street. Technically 10 for
About
a
10.
10-minute ride up the street.
Somebody said about 10.
I got to wait double the time. Well, probably quadruple the time because you got to wait for the bus. The bus got to stop for everybody else and then get me to my destination for the library. If I wanted to know something that bad, I had to go to the library. It's literally a 10-minute ride from my house. I had to wait maybe an hour and a half for a bus if I really want to know it. And when these kids nowadays, well, let me just pull this up because I got this phone or I got this tablet or I got, the smart devices. I'd be like, hey, computer generated device that's named something. Siri, what's what happened in 20 AD? Or what happened in 200 AD that's significant? Well, I'm gonna rattle off a bunch of information that you could take and get an A in school with. Like, nah, back when I'm going to high school and middle school, that was a 2-week project for me. I had to look up crap, be like, okay, this is significant. Like, this is real significant.
You would look it up in the encyclopedia first. And if they didn't give you enough information, you ran to the library, took out 2 or 3 books, had to actually read the shit.
You had to go through it.
You had to read it to be able to get the information.
You had to learn how to find the books in the library, though. You to do that
too.
You couldn't just go look for the shit. You couldn't go, hey, I'm gonna go. You had to go know to do
walk up to this shelf.
Fucking find a book.
Yeah.
You had to know. You had to know how to go find a book. So you had to learn to find a book to learn more shit. Everything's learning more, learning.
Yeah.
And the technology is making
Handicapped us.
Because it's making our kids handicapped. It's handicapped because we actually had to go to work. But you couldn't find a book unless you knew the Dewey Decimal System. You couldn't find a book.
You had to learn that.
You're looking around like this. And it's sad that we're making our kids believe you don't hand it to you. And that's in this case, this guy, he was fucking above the law, like he could just take a life. And you just realize, man, some you take some man and kids because they're lost, man. It's just like that. When I was out in the blood clubbing, man, it was okay. Next, you're lost. Next,
pretty much, right?
It's a little like numbers. So it's like hell. I got told 100 times no, but 5 I got told yes. That's a win.
Hey, yep.
Look at LeBron. LeBron went to 10 championships. It only came all with 4.
Only 4 of them. But guess what? You can't take them 4 away from him either.
That's a win. One might have a little asterisk by it, but it's a win.
It's a win. It's a win.
Tell people you might not get everything you want. Like this podcast. I might not be big as other podcasts, but I have some loyal followers. I have people who really watch the show.
And we appreciate people out here supporting.
Start by myself. I got 4 other people with me. I went from having like 50 followers on YouTube to having 20. I'm up to almost 900 on Facebook.
Let's go.
You look at it like that, that's a win, dude. That's
a win.
No backing. I have 0 backing. This is all just our hard work, and we are winning. Most people say, well, that ain't a lot. Shit, go stand in line with 800 people, 900 people.
Hey,
go stand in the 2,700 foot stadium and see how big that shit is. That's how many people are on and watching our content, man. That's fucking big, bro. And take a little and celebrate them bitches, because that's a win. Don't celebrate too long, but
because
the moment.
That's for folks that's never been in front of a crowd. Like, you know, I've been on the opposite side where I've been a spectator and I've been on stage, you know, in high school. You know, I came and stepped onto a field and be like, man, you know what? As small as this stadium may be, but guess what? That's more eyes on me than it was just me and my small group. Like, even if I was to stand before my family, like, it still feels awkward. Like, hey, man, like, I literally have the floor. Like, I have the power to say, you know what? I can persuade or dissuade somebody from whatever it is that I'm trying to get out there, even with this platform, you know?
All right, kids are doing this with our law. Nothing will happen to them by law.
They do it enough times, then guess what? The law is going to apply to them when they get them 3 strikes.
Let me see. I used to work in the system. Bro, what they're doing is nothing to them. You strikes until you get old enough to 16, 17, then they can try you. Now they got your ass. It's a catch. It's a catch. It's like a cat and mouse game. Okay, I'm gonna get you, but that cat gonna finally get that mouse. And that's a wrap. They got you.
That's it. All she wrote.
So don't fall for the tailpipe. Do you think you need one more show? Have 3 shows? I'm not thinking about this. Do you really want to have either. We come on 3 shows. I think that sports. You feel me? Like just have a real current event show. Having just a real show. You know what I'm saying? Just talking about current events. You know, but I'm just drawing it up. 2 shows, producing it and everything. These 2 shows take a lot of promotion and making deals and shit. It's a lot. So, but I would move it in time. I just want to make these 2 shows pop, or pop enough so I can get a 3rd show. Like I said, the people, my co-host got lies ground for all of us to do a 3rd show. It's not out the round. It's not right now. It's just not right now. And they're gonna run it by HR because HR will be wanting her time. So I'm just saying.
Definitely run it by HR.
HR wants her time. So
yeah, don't be fucking up with HR.
It's over.
You'll suspend your ass.
So HR liked us just now. So HR is it's wild. That means, I'm just saying. I just want y'all to know, man. Just tell your kids, man. Show them a story about how this guy had everything and threw it away. People will not you will not come back from the mistake you made like that. It's a dumb ass. Dude. Could have cost his friend top 5.
Yep.
like
Your mistake
I said
can affect
beforehand. It's not just that one life that you're affecting. You've affected an entire family. You've affected the community. And you've affected your own life personally. And it's not just your life that's connected with it. It's, your mother. Your mother has to go out in the community and people are going to question her about it. If your father's still around, your father. Is so many lives that's entangled with your one decision.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely a sad situation.
Shit, man. All you gotta do is ask. Like my favorite show. I'm just saying, man, we say we want to smoke. And if you got something to say, as long as you don't do nothing stupid on camera, I'll put just about anybody on camera. I almost put a guy from Germany on camera, and that could have been pretty fucked up.
Whoa,
That could have been really fucked up.
That might have gotten us canceled before we even started moving.
I started tripping on my cancer. Fix that quick. Look, I gave him the link after the show ended. Like you don't see nothing when you come on when the show ended.
He's still in cyberspace somewhere. We haven't seen that dude since.
Yeah, I'm like, I thought about it. Nah, he started talking about he gonna shave his head if he give him a girl, and he gonna smoke a cigarette.
Like, okay,
yeah. They had somebody named Brick that liked Izzy. Oh,
Brick.
Yeah, Brick. Good
Somebody
old Brick.
got to screen these people, bro. You got to screen these people before they get some airtime out here. Like, talking, but
I'm like, I say, at the scene, cool. He weird. I think I put Brett on the show too. I think I put Brett, and he was chugging hole on the show, and we Nasty before Nasty was Everclear. Like,
straight. Sheesh.
Straight, no chaser.
He threw some water inside of an Everclear bottle and tried to play it off.
That bottle. Oh, it was the bottle. He was chugging it on the bottle.
Look here.
I'm like, so like I said.
All right, man.
If y'all fans want to come debate us and talk. You got some shit. I'll put you on. Now when I put you on, don't be scared. don't start, choke it up. I'm glad, Andy, this is your favorite. And just keep
Know
watching, keep
that the
spreading.
heat, we bring the heat. So don't come on here if you timid.
Now we bring smoke. Smoke. We don't want to say the heat, they're gonna get scared. Bring the smoke, a little smoke. Bring the smoke.
It's called Venom and Smoke.
Bring the smoke. And that was a list. That was the name. She said it sounds. I had some fucking names, boy. It was like the Stone Cold list. It was bad. Had some fucking horrible names, man. And I got the name Venom. Fucking Venom. So, hey, it fucking worked.
That's the origin story, folks. You can mark it today.
It clicked. I say, man, shit. I say, man.
248.
I told him, like, you know what? Venom, man, like Venom. I'm like, yeah. And I said, when I put it together, Venom Empires. Then she came up with a logo. I'm like, shit. It came up with a logo the next day.
Come through HR.
HR
rule.
She want to come kicking through the door, break ass.
Well, I would take the first. I would take the first swing at the shout out, so I can make this real quick. Seeing this is the last Friday of Black History Month, I want to go ahead and shout out all the unsung heroes of the month. You know, those names that we don't hear about. It goes beyond color. You know, people who's up there molding young lives, teachers. And for those who just says instantly throw people in jail, there's people that actually wants to sit there and take these people and mold them in an image. It says, guess what? You can be a productive member of the community, but people will look up to you, and you one day can be, a mentor to someone and get them to turn their lives around. Also, for those who are the sung heroes of the month, you have our Malcolms, Baracks, Mortons. Shout out to the commission as a whole. Thank you guys for allowing me to come out and, having this voice on the platform. For everyone who tuned in, everyone who's responsible for tuning in, sponsors, Freebird, BK, where you at? We still, I got my app, man. I'm hungry. I'll be hungry for burgers, man. Look, where you at, baby? We try to get another sponsor out here. Buy the merch, and Nasty. Although I don't know if you're still a part of the commission or not. Hey, comment, say something. We need to know that you're still alive and well.
He's in the woods.
You're boycotting the football season. But hey, bro, send up a flood, do something. Send up a smoke signal.
He the hitman of the commission. That's what it is. He comes out of nowhere and then he got your ass. I like to shout you guys out. Like always a good show, always good content. Definitely like it. Anthony, thanks for stopping in. You're always a big part of the show. Whether it's a comment, whether it's showing your face, we appreciate it. Always, I always shout out the princess of the commission, Lala. Buy her merch, Lala's Empire, on all social media platforms. Buy our merch because we want to go to some shows and do some stuff. And definitely shout out, just shout everybody out, I guess. Everybody that supports any little like, any little comment, it helps out a lot.
Oh yeah, man. Man. Anthony had asked the question, so I was saving it for my shout out. It was actually me doing the show by myself first, and then Nasty came. You might not know Nasty because Nasty has never been here since you've been here. But It's the guy with dread. If you look at the opening clip when I get egged by HR, he used to be here all the time, and we did a sports show. And then Rootless Lala came to me and we were wrestling show. And so it was Rootless Lala with me on the show, but then her rest schedule got too busy. And then she did an all-woman show on Sunday. And that's when I met Lala. So it was me and Lala rolling for a while, and me and Nancy doing the sports show. So it was me and Lala doing the wrestling show, and then me and Nancy doing the sports show. The sports show came before the wrestling show. A lot of people don't know that. And then so it's the flagship show. You want to be real what it is. So
don't forget about Brandon, because Brandon's on that same highlight that you're talking about.
Yeah, Brandon came after, after La. So Brandon was for a little while, and it got too busy for him, and he dipped. And I appreciate the time with Brandon. So that was short. And then Izzy came on to the wrestling show, and then he started coming on the sports show. And then I invited, and it came like Jay first, and boom, and that's how it happened. So that's the whole story. But it really started out with me because I put someone else on the podcast and boom, me and Nasty started. So I guess Nasty was the first person with me. So we all started, so it's still growing. It's still in the infancy stage. It's not where I'm. But I want to be big enough so our kids can just take it over. That's what I'm trying to get. I gotta lay the ground with my kid.
Well, you already see my junior last week. He up here already getting his practice. He already got his practice getting some airtime. So
don't worry, man. I did a whole
Doc for Doc Junior.
I did a whole with T. He just was just looking, but he was here. He was looking. He was here. And that was the hardest show I had to do because I couldn't curse. Because he was young. I could not curse. And I wanted to curse. I just looked at him. Curse. Say, oh, give me something to drink. He'll go around and give me something. I sneak a couple curse words. But hey, it was fun, man. And I thank y'all for joining us. I like to thank y'all, man. Since Izzy want to get traded, I guess this is the new Friday show. Izzy traded himself. So,
yeah, he just said it's just Thursdays from now.
Let's be serious though. His wife traded his ass. He told them Thursday or Friday, and he's like, "No, I'm staying on Thursday show."
I promise if I had somebody else on the show, my wife would have had me with that. Which one you want to do? Wrestling or sports? Which one? You better pick Thursday. She should have told me you better pick Thursday because Friday is out going outside.
Here's the Glock. Whoa, there's another Glock appearance.
Yeah. But I thank her for putting up with it. She supports us, and she roots for us. And I gotta say, thank everybody who buying the gear. Some more people bought it. Man, send me the pictures. I'm trying to get more than just.
I gotta get some pictures.
The more pictures, the merrier. I can put up a big old slideshow. So, man, please. I wear the gear everywhere. I'm wearing it so much I got to buy new shirts of the shirts I already have. I wear my shit everywhere. Like if you see me out, you're going to see me in Venom and Smoke gear. If you see me in the suit, I have a Venom and Smoke shirt underneath this. I guarantee. You see me in the suit, it's Venom and Smoke shirt somewhere on there, or it's the Venom and Smoke tank top underneath there. I have something on Venom and Smoke all the time. No.
Well, if we blow up, you could design a Venom and Smoke suit.
Gonna have to. I'm gonna go draws and socks.
It's gonna be like the draft, baby.
It's when we get big. It's not even if, it's when we get big because I believe we are going to get big. And like I said, we just got to have people just share. If you come in for a second and just hit share or hit a like, put hi,
We'll get there.
say hi to us or anything.
We'll get there.
That all works.
We on
You
the
want
way.
the best ways to support me? Just do something. I don't care if it's a heart. You don't have to buy nothing. You could just put a heart. You can put a thumbs up. Look, we're getting close to star level, people. We're getting close to 1,000 views on.
Reactions count.
Look, 1,000 viewers on Facebook, and that give us eligible to get stars, so people can pay us. People can pay us. YouTube didn't raise the stakes. When we started the show, 860 at 885. So must have did good.
All right.
People.
We getting up there.
Gained another 15 followers. Hey, what the fuck? Hey, thank you.
Come through.
Most definitely. Thanks.
Thank you. So I mean, y'all watching, but y'all got comment. Do like Anthony.
Tell a friend to tell a friend.
Yeah, thank y'all, man. I appreciate
everybody
who likes. And I'm gonna say, look, add us as y'all favorites on Facebook so y'all can see our content. Because somehow I stopped getting fucking notifications when we go live. I run the fucking page. So,
that's crazy. I thought that was just me. I thought it was just me. I mean, I caught the one for the
suppressed shit. So put it as your favorites so it'll pop up at the top of your screen. So
I caught a notification for the late show, but that was like one that I caught in a while. I was like, I don't even get the pop up. Like, it used to buzz my phone and everything.
Press it. We start getting. I looked at the numbers. Our organic growth was like ridiculous. Like, we was growing organic. So I guess because we don't pay them, I don't pay for shit. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna. They're gonna suppress my shit. They don't kiss ass. So I took out a ad. I took out a $5 ad. Maybe to help. Get more than that. But hey, maybe they don't like because we rough and raw. We said fuck Zuckerberg a couple times on the show. So you might have it out for us. Still fuck
I had an F-bomb
Fuck
counter.
Mark Zuckerberg. Fuck Brett Favre. Fuck Karl Malone. Yeah. Can we go down the list?
we definitely fuck Karl Malone and fuck Mark. I mean Brett Favre. That's gonna be that's how we're gonna end every show. We're gonna end every show. Fuck Karl Malone and fuck Brett Favre.
Yep.
Everyone we should end the show. Like we I see y'all next week. And it's fuck Karl Malone and fuck Brett Favre. I think that's how we should end every show. Y'all don't care if it's wrestling. But we'll be back Thursday, man, with the wrestling show. I guess it's Izzy's traded to Thursdays. It's gonna be Lala and Izzy, and then Friday it'll be Doc and Hater will be here with me as well on Friday. We'll talk about Friday show because there's that wrestling event at Wildcat at 6:30. I think I'm going to talk about the time of the show. I want to check it out. I just want to check it out. So we'll talk about it. So I'll make a determination on that Friday, on that Thursday. What we'll do. If I have a wrestling event, then I will do it. If not, if they run out of tickets, then same time as last as always. But we'll get to that. So this is your boy Mo Young. You got the Hater. You got Doc Eric. We'll see y'all next week. Peace. And we out. Fuck
next week.
Karl Malone. Fuck Brett Favre.
Fuck Brett Favre.
And shout out to the wives of the group.
Always shout out to the wives.
Always shout out to the wives.
Put up our shit. For people don't know, HR is my wife. Thank you. And we out. Because I hear her calling me now. Peace.
Peace out.
And if you see me keep looking over my shoulder, I gotta watch my back. See, oh, she egged me. What oh, shit all over my rip with the jersey. Go get me a towel. Y'all didn't know. Y'all.
You fucking owners have handled Judge, Gentleman, retired? Come on! He should have been fired before the fucking season! Joe Judge, quarterback sneak on not one, but 2 times from the fucking 5-yard line!
And we're talking echelon, it's going to be Yankees first, Giants second, Jets third, Mets last.
No!
Wait a minute. It's
Hell
Yankees
no.
first. It's Yankees first.
Okay.
Giants second.
Okay.
Knicks third.
No!
Jets fourth. Mets fifth. Oh, wait a minute. The Nets bit their mouth when they found out he was leaving. Maybe it was girl number 25 that didn't mind doing it.
I'll just put it this way. It's way bigger than Nino Brown, a.k.a. Deshaun Watson. This is way bigger than him.
Yeah, that's exactly what this
That's
is.
why,
And
maybe
what I'm
that's why he got off, because it's bigger than him and there's bigger people implicated in this.
I think it's going to come to maybe 5 years down the line, and then Cleveland going to crumble.